Austin Bluebeat here on this lovely Monday here on October 6th. We're getting into it with some exciting matches here for you today. We've got a kind of a cozy tournament, not a super big turnout, but we do have Heartwad, a returning champion from last week. So we'll see if they can hold on to the tournament belt here, or if we'll have another champion coming out here tonight. I'm Deadward, joined here tonight by the one and only Tweedo from Boston. How you feeling tonight, Tweedo?
I just ate mad food, so I'm going to be in a good mood. This will be good vibes. I'm not gonna lie. In all honesty, I'm chilling. I had a very, very a randomly randomly busy September.
Ooh.
So I finally had the weekend to chill out, and so now we're starting the week over with a little bit of blazblue, which has been pretty dope. How are you feeling, Deadward?
I'm feeling pretty good. I feel like October is going to be my September for you. I feel like I got every single Friday to Sunday booked out for the rest of the month.
Dang.
So I have no wiggle room. I'm missing all my locals, and everyone's going to be pissed at me. But I'm having a good time as well. So.
Well, this is after we traded states.
We did the handshake tag. Yeah.
That was mad funny. I completely had forgotten. So for context, basically, Deadward happened to pull up to Boston for a bit to do something as I was going down to New York to do something else. So we just barely missed each other in that sense. But yeah, I feel that there is sometimes randomly the weekends are just well, there's this, and this.
Yes.
Just so many things end up compounding.
No, I've definitely talked to Chris about it, Chris Bardot about it, because I'll be missing so many locals. He's like, shit, man, it's did you have a shift that day or something like that? I'm like, no, I was doing something cool. I just don't want to miss. I'm just I don't want to miss locals. It does suck though, because it'll be I'll have a weekend where I'm not doing, I'm doing nothing. I'm I'm going for a walk. I'm gonna catch up on the video games I haven't been able to play, but I'm like, man, if locals was this week, that'd be tight.
I feel that. There are so many times in which I'll be like, okay, great. Schedule's looking like this. Oh, something comes up on Friday. Oh, okay, great. Well, it starts at 7, and then I look over at BP's schedule, and I'm like, damn. God, dude, I haven't even played any of the newer stuff that's been kind of around. I've been very I've been very away from actually playing fighting games lately. Because I've just been running around, or I'm yo, I'm tired. I don't want to compete right now. So let me do XYZ. So I've just been playing a bunch of random games in the midst of doing a bunch of stuff, because it's fighting games are very interesting in that, because I treat them almost like it's a workout sometimes. And then it's all right, well, now I'm tired today after doing everything, and I'm oh, well, now I know I'm going to be way too competitive to play a fighting game right now, because I'm going to make a mistake and I'm going to be kind of pissed. All right, so I'll just boot up this platformer, and then it happens kind of ad nauseum, and I'm aw, dang. And then I'm free, and then sometimes work has nothing to do, and then I'm free during working hours, but then everybody happens to have jobs, but then they ping for games at 3 a.m. and I'm I see how you all That's the worst, dog. I don't understand it.
No, the fighting game gains are real with that. Definitely been missing out. I feel the problem is that it's been so easy to make time for 2x KO, just because it's so plug and play. But really the one game the one tournament I'm worried right now is Climax, probably before the end of the year. So
my gosh,
really,
yeah.
I should be playing an hour of uni every day if I'm serious if I'm serious. But yeah, oh man, it's just that Yasuo champion. There's something too addictive about him.
I see. My thing is that I know that I would play Vi, and I would just be on my punch people type stuff, and I'd be great, fantastic. This is a character that just hits like a truck, funny movement here and there, and then we're chilling. And then I think of okay, well, who would you pair up with? And it's oh, I don't care about any of these other characters. I used to play a bit of League. I say a bit of League. I used to play League for a while.
Real shit. Same.
Like, I feel like so many people randomly are like, ah, yeah, I played League of Legends for like 3 years, or like I have no idea what's going on, and it's hard to discern between the two. Sorry, all of those tangents aside, don't worry, I'll find more. We've got Aerodat in here along with Sauvagess for our first stream match.
Very exciting here. 2 players I feel like I've seen a ton at this point. Aerodat on the Ragna and Sauvagess on the Jubei. And I like it. We'll be starting off with a little bit more honest blazblue. Neither of these characters really known for their set play or anything like that. Mainly known.
Jubei's not an honest character.
They'll crack you with some overheads, both of these characters, and make you mad. But
dude, it's more. The things that Jubei can do are very, very bonkers.
I don't like the backdash jump scare from Jubei. I feel like that he's cheating every time he does that.
There's so many. I'll go into it at some point. There was a time period where I played like Mad Jubei because I was just like really bored, and it was like a random side quest. Oh, that's a really good DP on the 214B. Going in with the throw as well. Things are looking pretty good for Aero here. Yeah, this should be about like 3K. And honestly, just positionally, this is really good to be in for your like game 1, round 1.
Yeah, feeling pretty confident already is also pretty nice. Weaving in the death spikes, trying to foam.
Yeah, and one thing that like Jubei can struggle with that you'll see here is that he is very much so like a hit and run character. Like a lot of Jubei's tools are built so that like he just that is a weird 5D on that drop. But yeah, a lot of Jubei's tools are built such that like he's not supposed to be in a position where he has to reversal or has to do some like X, Y, or Z. Like he's just like Jubei is very much a character where it's like I'm just gonna leave on a scenario. Oh my god.
Big air throw, but yeah, you're so right, Toledo. Jubei really not happy being locked down in the corner. Like, you just shove that nerd in the locker and he's just crying for the rest of school. That's a key match. That is an unbelievable 2B there from Aerodat.
I might have to use key match at this point. You ever listen to, like, PC? What? Okay, I'm so confused. So I think Sauvagess meant to do, like, I don't actually have no idea what was going on because that was 236B, and Aerodat happened to end up jumping over it. That was a very odd interaction. This should be the kill here, pending Aerodat not dropping, and of course, as I say that, he immediately drops. This guy beat me last time I was at Locals, and I'm angry about it.
I'm not gonna lie, that whole sequence, I just assumed that Sauvagess had... I mean, we were on the left side of the screen. I wasn't looking at, like, Sauvagess' burst that closely, but I just assumed it was there. So I'm like, oh, Aerodat, like the drop into throw, like that's to play around it. You know, he's gonna overdrive like Carnage Scissors now. No, that was drops for nothing.
He just
do it for free, folks.
Just hitting. Oh, I didn't even realize that. I didn't realize Sauvagess's like literal like name on Steam is the pronunciation of it. That's really funny. That's actually hilarious.
They better know.
I mean, look, dude. There's something about no, it's not I can't find the right words. We'll get there eventually. This is a really good pickup from an A starter actually. I really like the adjustments from Aerodat on that route here. We're back to mid screen, and right now I'm not gonna lie, Sauvagess is just opting for a lot of up forward JCs. Maybe trying to keep in mind for a lot of Aerodat's throws here. So I'm surprised that Aerodat maybe hasn't kind of backed off and maybe opted for 5D. Whoa, big parry! Oh, that's gonna lead to a kill actually. Nice stuff.
Same pick there from Sauvagess.
Mind you, like again, the way the Jubei's parries work, like you are calling out something with like a very, very specific property. So that was pretty crazy. Yeah, we're seeing a lot more of the like up forward JC. So I would love to see from Aerodat like run up jab or even like a run up 6A, like outside of just the usual Ragnar like 5D, like at spacing. Like my foot's super nice.
Yeah, like the response that Sauvagess is like eliciting with those is that like Aerodat wants to like slow down and just find like the anti-air. So that's gonna be Sauvagess' opportunity when like they know you're looking for something to like turn the jets on. Now I got the install.
Oh my god. I actually really like that from Aerodat. I'm not gonna lie. There are times in which somebody like clicks a button or like makes a cancel and I'm like, I'm just gonna DP here. Let's see if you're really like if you really know ball. But like big RPS moments like on ODs. It's extremely risky, but I do like it for like the essence of just kind of like messing with someone. I like the round start OD here. This should lead to like a little less than 4K. Oh, okay. Not going for a full route, but ending with the EA. means that if this round ends up getting like protracted for a while, Aerodat is very well could likely get like burst back.
We've seen some pretty nice IB as it cleans things. Yeah, beating the Death Spike clean there from Sauvagess.
This is looking good. She leading to Oki. Let's see what the mix is. No mix at all. That 2A is straight up just a mid. I'm not gonna lie. That was a big match from Aero.
Back to start watching the overdrive here.
I honestly would have thought I had gotten crossed up. Jesus. All right, this is good damage. It's just barely not going to be able to kill here.
But yeah, we're doing wake up 8 seconds for sure. Right? Let's see it.
Wake up 8 seconds. There we go.
Oh no!
And because it's an OD with like this kind of invincible reversal, like OD DP is Arrow. Aerodat. Aerodat.
What?
Aerodat. Aerodat. Can you pull it together, friend? Can you pull it together? Oh.
This Ragnar's garbage.
This kid sucks. What is he even doing here, man?
Whoa, oh my god. I honestly thought there was going to be like an intentional drop or reset there. Like I feel like when you get that DP starter, like you can go for the lifesteal with the super ender, but like you still got like 4 seconds left. Like why not try to go for the reset? You basically killed him off of that. But I think again, Aerodat he'll drop for free.
That is a cruel thing to say, and I'm going to keep that in the lexicon. He drops for free is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. That's actually crazy. He drops for free? You're not a kind person. You're a mean person. We've had great conversations. You're a mean guy at the end of the day. I don't want to be on the wrong side of the block. Quick rise mash, I freaking love it until I get hit by it. Alright, things are looking fine. RC, not able to really follow up with like a long combo afterwards, just a run up 5D, but no confirm, really surprising. Especially given that Aerodat seemed to have like buffered a 5B, 2B there, so I don't know what was really going on here, but it means that Aero might die. That cross under was evil. Alright, another JC has hit the building. Things are looking quite good, and this is like Sauvagess is at set point here. Off of some pretty surprising scrambles. It feels like Aerodat has like a lot of like hits in the bag, but some adjustments and some other sequences are just a little off. Aerodat getting hit with the unblockable here. I like the rising JA. Let's see what he can follow up with afterwards. Calls out the no tech.
I like breaking out like the stupid things when like your opponent is probably like, oh, this is like my final chance. And then they like get hit by an unblockable and they're like, I'm already defeated.
The worst part about it is that like I'll nerd out about the unblockable in a second because it is a bit evil. You see a lot of like Gauntlet Hades coming out from Aerodat here. Ooh, counter hit on the 2D, unable to convert from there. Honestly, I would have been surprised too. I can't even front.
Sauvagess is gonna feel bad about giving up the burst there.
Yeah, because while Jubei's OD, like you may not see it like too frequently. Giving up the burst in that situation where like now you're at like a very big round start disadvantage is not very fun. Like saving your burst means that you could burst out of that like immediately and you're not getting caught up in anything. He didn't believe that it was gonna hit. He got counter hit 5B and it just happens to combo.
Yep. Aerodat with the hype counter hit 5B confirmed. He's that good.
He's just that nice. Throw? Oh my god. Alright, just wall him out. That is a weird interaction. I've actually never seen that. No counter assault. Big OD, however. 2A punish. Alright, let's finish our food, please. Please. Super nice. Alright. I really like the OD there. We've seen a lot of like special cancels from Sauvagess at that point, and not too many of Jubei's specials in sequences like that are necessarily going to be the safest on OD. So for example, like 236B, if you're ODing through it, not very fun. 2 and 4B, as you can see, can get punished. And the other thing is that like if Jubei opts for maybe like a C normal, most of his C normals are double hitting moves, so he's stuck in like recovery for a long time. That usually leads to easy EAs for Jubei's opponent.
Really, yeah, clean ODR there. I mean, also, like you said, like once Jubei gets past his B buttons, he becomes like pretty susceptible to ODR. But also there, like Sauvagess was getting burst back, so the fact that like Aerodat was able to secure the round through that resource if he made the right read, or Sauvagess like overextended into it, very like kind of like great job setting up the checkmate situation there by Aerodat.
Yeah, because once the burst is available, sometimes I think a lot of players will get very caught up in like, oh, do I need a burst bait or do I not need a burst bait? Like lately I've been getting caught up in that, like, you know, when I have been playing, and I'm like, oh god, like, you know, you psych yourself out, like, unironically, of, like, just finishing your food. And, you know, there's a lot of characters where you're like, oh, no, I want this guy to OD. Like, it's fantastic. Like, you know, I say it every now and then on comms, but, like, you know, you watch somebody, like, put the gun away, so to speak, and you're like, oh, like, I'm so... You know the, you ever see that one anime where it's the, like, you know, it's the meme of, like, saying that she casually, like, threw aside a rock? It's like that. I watch somebody throw the rock away and I'm like, oh great, like I'm not gonna get my head bashed in by this like person opting to, like, you know, Jin's not gonna OD through something and then like put me through like a CMV real quick. Like the vibes are immaculate now as a result.
Yeah, I mean, BlazBlue has got to be like the scariest game to do like a hard burst bait where like you're giving up the combo if they don't do it, because like you let, like, yeah, Jin sneak out, like Arakune sneak out while they have 8-second overdrive because you didn't finish the combo. It's like, man, if you had gotten bursted, it wouldn't have been great, but like now you've basically given up the...
You know what I'm saying? It's like...
Given up the game, yeah.
And, you know, I've done it, I've watched people do it, and I'm like, damn, dude. Because again, it's just like, all right, you know, you're back at full screen against like Ragnar or something. Like life is still fine. Like what is like Ragnar at full screen is not gonna like necessarily get you. You're not dealing with like a Zona or anything like that. He still has to walk forward, and you know, depending on your character, you might have a bunch of tools to handle that sort of thing. But I digress. Kind of been on a bit of a diatribe long enough. We have Soniti coming up here against Stardust Lucy.
Ooh.
Yes.
Always excited to see Stardust Lucy coming up.
Yeah, shout outs to Void Stranger. She put me onto that game. That game is gas. I need to beat it. I need to beat it. I feel like such a mean person because like I have like talked to her about it extensively. I've been like, this game is crazy, this and that, like yada yada yada, but I haven't gotten back to it. I've been doing other random stuff in the meantime. But this is gonna be another evil character here. This is gonna be Rachel, who's actually a part of the one of the Band Blue events coming up real soon, but we'll get into that a little later tonight. Right now, Stardust has to find a way to get her done.
I kind of like this matchup as Hibiki just because like you have the run speed to get it done. Like you do just play Temple Runner, but like you're good at it. Like you're back in middle school, you're cracked at Temple Run.
That's old now. You got to remember, Temple Run is old jokes now. The youngins might not know about the old Temple Run. There's a really specific age bracket where it's like Temple Run, yes.
Why has Subway Surf stood the test of time? Anyway, yeah, Hibiki, he's got the momentum, he's got the mobility. Like he can get it on Rachel and not have it an issue. And it's kind of, you know, like she makes the obstacle course, then you have to run through it. Like it's a game. It's kind of fun.
Well, it's fun. It's difficult. I'll put it that way. But yeah, Hibiki does have a lot of good tools to kind of manage around some of Rachel's neutral. We'll kind of get there when we get there. Right now, Lucy trying to find an opportunity. Couldn't squeeze in a... Oh, Lord. Okay. OD here? I would not, but I would feel very tempted. I'm not going to lie, just to secure it. Oh, no. Catch air. Not able to get the conversion here, which is pretty great for Lucy, but the instant overhead's going to connect. 17 seconds left in the clock, and you bursted here. Oh, Lord! Okay, goes for the dive kick follow-up. This is fine, but you're near the you're near the rods.
Check the time.
9 seconds to go. Don't hit it! No! Okay, now Lucy has to find a hit.
Yes!
New way comes out. Oh my god!
I'm so annoyed we couldn't talk about the counterplay because it happened in that... Oh my gosh, I was going to bring that up in between matches. But yes, Rachel can be so ignorant with that super annoying. But with Hibiki, you can go 50 meter for 50 meter, get the punish on her, get super close. It's very nice to kind of control those wind stocks. Like, it's not a lot of matchups where Rachel is out of wind and then she's like out of wind. Like usually she has ways to get it back.
What? Oh, Lord. You got caught with a low on the one. That is very rough. Yeah, the new air reaction from Lucy, really, really excellent there. That super, not super great in some circumstances, but when it hits, it is divine for like a big call out on certain things. All right, stuck in a pretty long block string, not enough meter for a CA, messes up the instant overhead, but ends up finding another opportunity off of an RC here. This is looking pretty good for Soniti here. Honestly, one more hit will get it done. It looks like they're kind of trying to bait out either a burst or maybe a reversal option from Lucy there with like backing up that aggressively. Rachel can, especially depending on the Oki setup, can just kind of use George and maybe like 2A to double check on rolls there. So it doesn't have to necessarily be that like as aggressive of a check, but either way, you can see like some of the shifting, kind of the shifting priorities, so to speak, on Soniti's Oki. Big hit here. Unfortunately, not going to be able to get a big conversion out of it, but this is still looking pretty good for Lucy. Goes for the empty low here.
And now it's the corner. This is where Hibiki's damage really starts ramping up. Yeah, I really like showing the projectile invo move there. No catch on the roll, but got the overhead. Hibiki does good damage in overdrive.
Oh, not quite going to kill here, but this is fantastic. Like anything will get her done, basically. Wake up OD 6A. Do not land on Rachel Alucard. You will start suffering. CA coming up. There it is.
Right, hitting the road. Wow. Mind
you, I don't know if you noticed, Soniti used wind and did wind forward EA to extend the range.
The crossed up button doesn't care, JC. It's nothing to me, man.
I'm a dog. I remember looking at like JC's hitbox the first time, and I was kind of like, because I wasn't good at fighting games, and I remember looking at it, and I was like, huh? So he just does this? Okay, it's a vibe. It's just, oh wow, this is very simple. Got hit with the low on the 50-50 here. This is looking pretty good for Soniti. Should get a knockdown into George.
I guess you went for mix here, then you're out though. Like if Lucy can get you back to neutral, well, that's gonna be a tall order.
Well,
maybe being a little optimistic.
Out of wind when Rachel's got 50 meter. I don't know. Oh,
Hibiki's got the answer. He's got the silver bullet.
It's complicated. It's complicated. Simple as it may seem. Big super there. That's a very big change in pace right here from Soniti.
Doing great there. And that was all off of just like George and neutral. So
yeah, that's the big thing. Like dealing with Rachel, big air throw. The way that Rachel's Oki and mix-ups can be very strong, especially if you get in your own head, like you can suddenly just lose the round at like the snap of a finger. So it's really important to be like cognizant at all states of the game. That 6D, I'm actually shocked it got through the Lobelia there. That looks really good. Big cross under as well. Could RC for an extension. All right, this is looking pretty good. Should be able to take Soniti to the corner. 4C, 3C. Yep.
Now you're one touch.
Ooh, really anxious. Yeah, you can tell that Lucy's very, very anxious over like Soniti's reversal options here. But that lack of commitment ends up resulting in them losing like a really strong offensive position here. Big drop the moles.
Good counter assault out. Again, watching for the reversal.
I was not expecting Thrash and Claw to just trade with Lobelia like that, but hey.
Sicko button.
All out. Lobelia is a sicko projectile. Alright, good block here. Oh no. Yeah. The annoying thing with Rachel 3C is like trying to call out like a Lobelia special cancel afterwards, but then sometimes people just whoop and snipe their turn back anyway. Instant overhead coming in once again for Soniti, and this is the danger zone. No reversals coming out there from Lucy. Burst is available. You see Soniti try to check for it, and no dice.
Oh no! Counter assault coming. Yep. I think Lucy has to start committing to these mixes. I don't think the full hop JC is going to get much more mileage anymore.
Yeah, I think it has been... It's still a useful tool in this matchup, but the places in which he's going for it, like, it means nothing to Rachel to like 6A that either on reaction or like as a predictive measure. So it's not necessarily cutting it. Sometimes you can just commit to your like staggers, because Hibiki's staggers are really good. Like his ability to like 5A dash. Oh yo, Chris Powell. His ability to just like micro dash 5As as well. Like on top of other like forward advancing buttons, you know, they're all quite good.
Yeah. Really good job of killing George so far.
Yeah, she's been able to, like, whether intentionally or not, like, I have never seen, like, 5C hit George this many times and just, like, kill him instantly. Okay, big opportunity. Rachel very, very low on resources. Can't really extend pressure very heavy. No!
That was many reasons to not DP there.
There are many ways in which that was, like, the most tragic thing ever, because that was the special cancel on 3C. The DP would have worked, but Soniti was pushed out just a little too far. I don't think either of them expected it to work out quite like that. Okay, should be able to OD through. Still can block? Oh my god. I get caught by that recovery, dude. Sometimes I'm like, oh, surely I can strike him now, and the game says no. Don't.
Oh, no spend on there is crazy.
I think there was a
Definitely
mistake.
get corner positioning. Yeah, I don't.
You would be like autopiloting the 6B there, which would have been part of like the 60-60 sequence. CA coming out from Soniti. Again, we're seeing a lot of the full jumps here coming out from Lucy. Able to just barely navigate, but now you're caught in George. CA's coming out here. Slight delay on the throw. This will kill. No need to look for a burst, and even if Soniti does, that's not a bad thing to get out of Rachel.
Yeah. Okay. I like that as the answer now. Instead of going for full hop, JC instead just kind of waiting for a moment, seeing if the overdrive or mash will come out, and then going for throw. You probably catch throw tech OS sometimes with that as well.
Yeah, you can catch instant throw OS with those slight delays. There are like, especially in like higher levels, like the weird delays to throw and certain buttons can really like mess up a defending player. Oh no. Okay, this is looking a little awkward here. Now we've seen a lot of CAs come out from Lucy. I'm really curious if like Soniti's gonna check for them right there, or if they're gonna play it a bit safer. Oh, we're just gonna commit to the 4B. Okay, things are looking pretty good. Again, Lucy is the one at set point here, but this could easily go very sideways. Let's see.
A lot of meat.
The wake up reversal finally comes out, and tragically, right when Soniti is checking for it, but the mash 2B.
Okay.
This is looking real. This is actually doable. Oh no, not able to get the conversion. That was super, super tight.
I don't know if you can go into overdrive off that combo, actually.
It would have been off of like 6 feet, basically. So it was pretty dicey. I like that DP here. This is looking real rough. 30 seconds left on the clock. CT does end up connecting. Continues into the pressure, and Lucy does end up taking the set over Soniti. That was really dicey.
Let's go Stardust. Lucy, winner side of top 8 here after a really good set between these two.
That was looking real close. I'm not gonna lie. I was super worried for Lucy. I was like, cause sometimes you lose a round against Rachel and you're like, despair like sets in the brain, and you have to just like keep it very focused. So good stuff from Lucy, showing a good mental, as well as Soniti as well. You could tell that they were in it 100% like each and every round there. So good things overall from both of these players.
Really well played. Look, I'm just saying we never saw the win super once that interaction happened in the first game.
Look, you can still Tempest Dahlia plenty of times. When you're really feeling it, Rachel, it's just like if Hibiki's bar is red, let's maybe not.
Let's hold off for a moment. Yeah.
Like, that's the big no signal. You know when like what's it called? You know the on
air to stop light.
Yeah, you know the on air for like old radio shows and all that.
Oh yeah.
Like you see on air for Hibiki like on his radio show, and you're like, maybe this isn't time to cut for commercial. Like this is not gonna work out. You wanna? So tell us, who do we got coming up here on our screen, Edward?
We got Moblin going up against Ryukasim. One of my locals, actually.
I didn't realize that. Wait, Ryukasim being one of your locals or Moblin?
Ryukasim.
Jersey, right.
Yes. The tri-state Hakumen menace.
The tri-state area. Sorry, now I keep thinking of like Doofenshmirtz mix for like This is bad.
I think the main impetus for that with me was that I was doing so much Exard commentary, and like half of the New York City locals were like people coming in from like New Jersey. And I'd get like dogged on so much. I'd be like, New York City player, and they're like, no, he's Jersey. So I was just like, I'm not, you know, if you're at my local, you're tri-state. You're not necessarily New York.
Not New York, you're tri-state.
Yeah. So Ryukasim actually is New York. Yo, he's Strong Island.
Indeed. Oh, Slayer, South of Heaven. I'm gonna note that for the song for later. We're good to also keep in mind, guys. Like we're good to start whenever you guys are. So no need to wait on our account. We are capable of yapping a little too well. So I'll put it that way. Oh. But yeah, this should be the I'm assuming this is going to be Hakumen Mirror. Moblin, if I remember correctly, does play Hakumen. So I'm not too sure if Ryukasim's necessarily going to feel Hakumen, because I remember seeing him like say that he was probably going to step away a little bit from BlazBlue. So I don't know if he's going to feel either like the Tao Kaka or the Bang or whatever other character that like he has. Oh, okay, yes, so it's going to be the Tao Kaka. All right. I'm not gonna lie, I don't have any. This is one of those, like, I don't even see it enough to, like, hazard a guess matchups, but this is one of those where, like, things could get very dicey very quickly simply due to a lot of how Hakumen and Tao's hitboxes and hurtboxes can, like, interact in neutral, but I've seen Ryukasim do many silly things and many good things, so who knows?
The mobility delta between these two characters is quite high.
The delta? Jeez, you doing your grad studies, man? But yeah, you are indeed correct. Like the difference between the two is like pretty notable. But the big thing, of course, is just Hakumen's ability to still control and like police like screen space as well with his hitboxes. And let me tell you something. We were talking about hitboxes earlier. If you look at Tao's drive hurtboxes, you will laugh a little bit. That girl really truly is flinging herself at you.
And you're always Hakumen's always just one good 2C away from it.
Dude, it's not. It's just like you'll get counter hit 5C and you're like, oh, the suffering begins.
Whoa! 3C to cut the bowling ball was kind of smooth there.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Oh yeah, the RC's not gonna work out. That's Once you hear Hakumen or Jin say Kokujin, you're like, ah, my bad. I apologize for my behavior. Dude, it's so real. You know what happened one time? I wasn't there to witness this, but one time my friend like super canceled his string into Jin's like Yukikaze and then caught a counter assault with it. And he told me that story and I was like, that is the most vile thing I've ever seen. Like, can you imagine? Whoa, big air throw!
That is like next level, like
that's demonic. That's what that character can do. So when you hear him say that, not very fun. Not very fun. All right, Wave Super's coming out. Good OD. So I don't know if I think Ryukasim just barely was actionable after that air dash. And so whoa, oh my god, that's a really sick conversion. I've actually never seen a Hakumen have to convert like that off of OD 2 and 4. I did not realize it wall bounced in OD. You usually, you're seeing some other form of loop or somebody's blowing up the moment Hakumen lifts his sword like that.
Yeah. Nice anti-air there by Ryukasim there at the end.
Oh my god, there's that 2C you were talking about.
It was just 2 space though. That was so unfortunate for Moblin.
Yeah. Hold on, things are looking pretty good though. Hold on a second. J2 and 4A. Block the 6B, but still in a pretty good position here. Let's see, damage race-wise, this is going to look a little awkward here. Moblin can play this, like, extremely slowly if they so choose. But you can see Ryukasim trying to set up, like, a little bit of neutral chicanery, so to speak, with using the bowling ball to try to bait out, or rather the bomb to bait out Hakumen PC, and then kind of intercept afterwards.
Getting the whiff punish after that was pretty heads up. Oh!
No! What a weird interaction. That was odd. I'm not gonna lie. That was pretty odd. And we're going right into it. No character swap. So Ryukasim is indeed locked in on the Tao Kaka for the rest of this set.
The wheel of fate is turning.
I wonder though, because we haven't really even seen like a one big hit from Moblin necessarily. Like it's usually been like, hey, like a couple of counter hit conversions, but we haven't seen the kind of like sort of infamous Hakumen counter hits you into like, oh, I guess I'm just dead now.
Corner we.
I see what I mean. Like
You thought it was gonna be his anti-air, but it was the Moblin's anti-air in the end.
Like it's just like the interact. Like some things that are happening are just very odd. Okay, we see a reversal super here. That's that's as expected. Deadward, I don't know what's gonna happen. Can you please put a prediction out?
It's always a surprise.
Whoa!
I was too late.
Weirdly enough, we have not seen many parries connect from Moblin in this set. I just feel like they've been like literally trading hits in neutral like, very frequently. Super fun.
Such a good anti-air.
Yeah, Tau 6A, Tau 6A is really good. Like, it's so good, but you try to convert off of that, and like you feel your hands crumbling to bits, and you see like 2 big damage on the screen. It's like, okay,
good job.
this is what I had to do, dude. This is what I had to grind for this view, like literally. Oh my god, I'm gonna assume that was a big reset into that air throw here. Things are looking good. Super available with active flow as well. Should be able to kill this, even like with Hakumen's extra health.
Clean kill.
Make it sound like it's a Mortal Kombat like thing. Kill. Or maybe Unreal Tournament. Oh, because he made contact with the bowling ball, so he was able to special cancel out of the parry there. I didn't even realize it made contact. I
was like, how did that?
Yeah, because I did not perceive like the like block stun or hit stun or the guard stun of the like connect. Big counter hit conversion, really smart. Like immediately recognizing the like OD conversion too. Super good stuff from Moblin to lock out Ryukasim's burst. That was pretty good play, honestly.
That was a fun set. I mean, especially like when you have Ryukasim going up against a character that like he plays, so like definitely knows like what the Ryukasim is looking there.
Because like I feel the silliness, and I'm like, okay, what kind of set is this going to be? Especially like when he's up against a Hakumen, because I can never tell. Like there are times in which I'm like, oh, Ryukasim will do X well, or he might win, or he might lose, and then like I look at the screen and I'm like, okay, well, all of my predictions are just wrong, and I'm just wrong by like all accounts, all measures, etc., etc. But yeah, we have our winner side top 8 at the very least ironed out here. So we have Noel's Pup versus Moblin, and we have Stardust Lucy versus Sprite Cranberry, who did end up beating Aerodat 2-0 on winner side a little later in that bracket. While we wait on a couple of the other players to kind of get in for our next set, Deadwood, do you want to go over some of the happenings that are happening here yet?
Well, folks, don't forget what you're watching, which is Boston Blue Beat Weekly here. We start at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every day, or not every day, 3 days a week, playing BlazBlue Central Fiction, plus R and Uni on those respective days. So if you need to tune in or enter any of those tournaments, they are open bracket. Be sure to do that on their respective days.
Yeah, we've got a couple of other things coming up here as well. Climax of Night is coming up very soon.
Oh yes,
it's such a blink and you'll miss it like thing for me, where I'm like, yeah, it's October, things are happening. Oh, that's in 3 weeks. Okay, Jesus. So we do have, not we, but BlazBlue is showing up as a side game ran by Chigzama. So that should be a very fun time. There's a couple of folks down south for BlazBlue as well, so I think it'll be a very cool time. Speaking of Chigzama, we also have one of his brackets coming up relatively soon, if I remember, as part of the Ban Blue series. So we saw one of these characters that were coming up earlier. It will be a Rachel and Valk only bracket. So look, if you want all 50-50s all the time, then I suggest you train up a Valk or you train up a Rachel and prep for it. Because I'm not going to lie, it doesn't matter whether it's online or offline. You're guessing anyway. So figure it out, because you better have some good neutral.
All right, over 30 days away, we have Boston Blue Beats Regional happening on November 8th, 2025. So mark your calendars, folks. This one's a bit away, but there will be Sailor Moon S, Guilty Gear Exard, Melty Blood, Grand Blue Fantasy vs. Rise, plus R, Guilty Gear, as well as Uni, BlazBlue Central Fiction, and Guilty Gear Strive going down at Balance Patch.
It's not close enough to Thanksgiving, so you don't have any excuses.
No excuses.
That goes for me too. That goes for me too. But no excuses. I believe that's everything we got going on. So yeah, we'll get our next matches in shortly, and then we'll be having a good time with our top 8 here. So Deadward.
Yeah.
Dude. So Climax the Night, man.
Yeah.
Who are you gonna play in Uni for it?
I was trying out Izumi, but it just did not click. I'm still playing Wagner.
That's all right. Actually, I did not realize you played Wagner. I mean,
I know.
let's see.
People see me playing Johnny and Exard, and then they see me play Wagner and Undernight, and they're like, "Oh, I thought you would play, a hard character." I'm like, "No."
That makes, oh my god, that makes like 3 people that have made Wagner for commentary for Undernight, now that I think about it.
I feel like she's like a pretty good character to for a commentator to play though, because you do kind of have to interact with a lot of the game. You don't have like the skip, throw OS set play and things like that.
Yeah. It is, I agree in terms of like the way that she plays the game. Like you can transpose that to a lot of other interactions in Undernight and have it like still make sense. Mm-hmm. Depending on the version, sometimes she was just killing you anyway, like off of those interactions. But
the Red Blade tweet, like with the health inflation, was so funny to me.
I didn't even see that. Oh no, I have not peeped enough of his Twitter in some time. Perhaps for the best, but...
So he was saying with the buffed throw combo, like with CVO, that it did like 1,000 more damage, but now that everyone's health has got increased, he was like, actually, with inflation, it's now down 2%. So it actually does, it does less, percentage of total health damage than it did last patch, which is super funny.
Against Wald, maybe, because that's a big guy now. But speaking of other characters with big health, we do have Azrael. It's 12.5 round start 3 seed. All right, you are not a fan of peace, sovereignty, or anything of the sort. You want violence and problems in society, and I can tell that.
Always.
Legitimately, I'm like, okay, like this is what it is. Sometimes you play against an Azrael, and within like 4 interactions, you will understand like who they are, and like whether or not there is a dosage of like, oh, okay, like this person is trying to have a good time and will fist bump me, or oh, this person is beating me up for $5 in a dark alleyway. Like, okay.
Oh no, found the IB, but the rapid denied it.
All right, JC coming in right here, and this is a pretty dangerous situation. Yeah, the jump cancel's not going to work it out. Sprite's already loaded in with the 5BB.
One thing I will call out that I'm a little worried about already is Hibiki has a really easy bait for Azrael reversal. Like 2B, you'll crouch it every single time. I saw Stardust Lucy go for a meaty 6B, and I'm like, ugh! Watch out!
Yeah. Hard to tell whether or not that's like either intentional or if it's meant to be like microdash, like 5B. But yeah, like while the 6B will go over like a bunch of lows, like Azrael's usually mashing 5A instead. Just like how good of a button it is, including in mashing scenarios. So it can be a little dangerous here.
6B can also be a no-tech chase, so that may have been what it was instead.
Perhaps. Right now, things are looking a little bit difficult there for Lucy. Sprite does end up dropping the combo, but still in an advantageous position in the corner here. Things are looking pretty good. Lucy should have burst available shortly after this knockdown. All right, now it's available. Sprite up around here. Lucy trying to find an opportunity. I'm shocked that JB hit cross-up like that.
All right, you better kill.
This is looking dangerous. I think double super is viable here, but OD like super
That's
might
fatal only. Fatal only.
Oh, I didn't realize that. That was a RC into a reset? Oh my god. That was.
Oh, did that reset?
Yeah. I think.
I thought that was. Oh no.
That was like
scary.
I legitimately went, huh? Good block. Really consistent blocks on the 5Ds actually. Especially after Sprite's been layering in like a lot of 2D in order to enforce pressure. JB's not going to connect, gets clipped by the 3D. 5D finally does end up succeeding here. This is going to be a grip of damage right here. Should be double weak points enforced as well. Might have to double 2D, but we'll see. Oh, 3D, 2D, okay. Good block on the 5D again. And that is genuinely difficult to react to, like, especially online. Offline not as bad, but online is pretty tough. Oh, good deep. Yeah, that's rough. The problem is that sometimes you'll see Lucy like take to the skies relatively frequently, but then you look over at Azrael's buttons and then you remember that he has like tier lists for anti-airs. Like,
yeah,
this is not a fun place to be at today.
You really got to watch your J2 season. Oh my, we just have everybody. We had Chris, we had Gon, and now we got Leo Foyta on screen as the.
You know that I never know that character's name.
the Promare fella.
Oh, from Promare. I thought it was the CG from. Dang it.
Oh, from like the.
Yeah, I don't know the
Crystal. The Crystal.
Yes. I was assuming that was her. I don't know. It could be either.
Nah, that's Leo Foyta. I'll call my shot. That's who.
Okay. I'll call your shot. I'm not gonna stop. Oh god, I'm not gonna lie. Lucy is getting brolically beaten upon in the corner here. Things are not looking very fun. Sprite, I would assume, is having a blast with this round so far.
Having so much fun pressing those buttons right now, finishing off with the forward throw, and now a round away from winners finals here.
And so far, I feel like the main problem is like Lucy not necessarily being able to continue like her offense for like extended periods of time, and then on defense, like she'll block out like plenty of sequences from Sprite, but she's either unable to switch into her own offense or is unable to like reset into neutral. So you see like a lot of awkward moments where momentum could like shift, not in a like unfavorably for her. And right now, Sprite really just trying to like pick and choose like places in which he wants to engage.
Yeah, it's really the way you have to play neutral against Azrael here can get pretty problematic because you really want to do dash momentum 2B because that'll beat like the 5C presses that you try to blow up, makes it so you can't control space with that. But like he'll just low profile you with 6C and it's lights out.
You see the mighty 6C approach from afar and you're like, oh my bad. As someone with a very silly low profile 2B, sometimes I do that and Azrael is with 5C and I'm like, oh, I guess we're back to the same situation. Or he just jumps and I'm like, okay, I'm going to get triple jumped into like a fatal here.
Oh no, I can't believe 4BB didn't connect there.
Oh god. All right, that's going to be the round for Stardust and very necessary, mind you. Not only obviously just to not lose the set, but truly for momentum and for the mental to be like, okay, like I can take this farther. We can move forward.
Okay, nothing to convert off of that, so just getting like a clean 2K in the knockdown.
Try to go for the delay overhead, doesn't end up connecting here. A lot of super jumps, but I feel like I fear that it's giving Sprite like a lot of space to work with. Oh, big.
No! Oh,
not even just the fatal route. She got away scot-free. I'm not gonna lie. That is that is the equivalent of getting fined like $500,000 for live. You're gonna.
Lucy, you like the bankers from 2008 financial crisis. You got away with murder.
Why did you do the voice like you're a dog? Feels like more of like a Sopranos, or like a yeah, the financial crisis meant that I lost my home. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry about that.
All right, Burst is back, but for what?
Oh, yeah. For this. Oh, again, the OD cancel doesn't end up working out routing wise, but the 3D is going to get hit with the 6A.
Good answer there. Man, oh, you just feel so bad whenever you do that. You're just like, I could have been patient, but I did really just want to skip neutral.
Yeah, and the big problem too is that if Hibiki is going for 3D 2D, Azure really doesn't need to care. Like if you are a sufficient distance in neutral, he's really just like hit 6A and you're like, okay, if there's a clone, then he's fine. If it's not a clone, then I mean you just got a free counter hit into like whatever the hell you want. So it is rather difficult, I would say, as Hibiki to kind of like navigate around. But anyway, that's our first round of winner side of top 8. We do have Noel's Pup and Moblin up next, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that'll be good. Yeah, that was always my biggest gripe with like Hibiki is I'm like, the counterplay for both clones is like the same. Like it's not really a mix-up like that.
Yeah, it's not you're not running some like crazy subterfuge or what have you. Like it is, you can be a little tricky, but it's like, it's drier than you might expect.
Yeah, I feel like you can get a little fancy with like the J2 or 3D, but
kind of.
I mean, it all just loses to 5A. Like there's no.
You see someone jab, and then you're like, oh, okay. Well, he values his life. He's not gonna like opt for like a crazy, like super beefy counter hit. Like like he's the fisherman, and he's fine with a cod that weighs 3 ounces.
Yeah. Ah! They always win. They always win. It's like betting on red, but it's always black.
It's always black, man. That's why we don't gamble.
Don't gamble.
Don't gamble. It's
There's one thing Hibiki has taught me is don't gamble. I've had my 214D OD'd through too many times to ever gamble again.
Oh, I love doing that. I love clicking OD on that. I click OD, I watch this stupid assassin twink like teleport behind me, and I'm like, wow, so unfortunate for you today. And then just blowing them up. I'm like, yeah, my life was good today. Somebody asked me how I was doing, I just killed this guy. Don't quote me on that. Please do not quote me on that. But yeah.
Showing up on the local news to week.
Oh, no. This Hakumen is a local news assassin.
Oh,
this man will 5C OD cancel. I'm like, is it firecrackers or gunshots today? Not a fan. Noel's Pup though, making some pretty good work here so far. About like what, 60% from Moblin. OD ends up getting pressed. Good hit from Noel's Pup as well. Like even if like this combo doesn't deal like a crazy amount of damage, again, like you are depriving Moblin of the second amendment, which is KOK. You do not want to use full meter, by the way, but
we're doing a buyback for Hakumen OD. We need to get those off the streets. What an air to air.
Yeah, that was I wonder what the conversion was supposed to be there on the OD cancel. I'm assuming it was like something in the super, but I don't think I've seen that out before. Okay, beats out the 2D. Things are looking pretty decent. Not going to be a ton of damage off of this. This is a jab starter after all, but regardless. Knockdown is set. Let's see, striker throw. Oh, keeping it rather safe there with the jabs. And honestly, I really like this from Noel's Pup. I do not wish to engage with you. You have a shotgun. Why would I talk to you?
Ooh, even with the IB, it wasn't enough.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I forget the frame data was on Tetsu off the top of my head. I don't know if that was just like a mistiming or what.
Man.
Yeah. It was crazy too because you saw the jump come out and then Moblin was trying to go like a layer deeper with the TRM setup with that jab throw.
I feel like that just kind of says like the kind of defense that Noel's Pup is playing though. Like you see Moblin really overextending, and now the punishment for it, Noel's Pup taking game 1.
Yeah, really, really clean stuff. And again, while Noel's Pup in this game 1 is looking real dominant, they are still operating on like a razor's edge because like anything could go sideways with this like particular matchup.
Yeah, Hakumen really is just like you're on the edge of the knife, so like the whole time. It is really, he's so interesting though, because he has so many like starters that do like no damage, and then you have like counters hit 3C, like things like that, and you're like, oh my gosh!
Yeah. It truly just depends on it. It's there are many like aspects of Hakumen that can make it feel weird. Sometimes it feels almost like grappler RPS, like almost. Just given the fact that like this person could just do a parry here and now something is gonna go sideways, or they could do X, Y, Z, and like I have to RPS with them, and I can't, excuse me, necessarily negate it in ways that you would on other. This is looking like pretty good damage here. This is like almost 4K. Nice.
Not the back to the corner parry.
Yeah. 5A with throw once again. Big counter hit there with I think that was 5. That might have been 5B or 5C. I couldn't even tell right here. Not going to be able to kill off of this, but this is nearly corner to corner.
Oh, I thought that was whiff throw for a moment on the overdrive activation. I thought Noel was about to become a statistic right there. Oh my gosh.
Jesus. Yeah, and mind you, Noel's Pub has been really correct on so many interactions. You saw Moblin opt for the 2D because Noel's been mashing on the OT activation, but already one step ahead and decides to delay and like wait out the option for Moblin.
Showing how situations can turn in your direction when you play defense really well.
Mind you, we haven't seen necessarily like crazy ID interactions or anything. It's just been a very strong understanding of an opponent's mindset.
Yeah, also candidly, it's been mad fuzzy jumping.
Oh, of course. The fuzzy jump in this game is crazy. Whoa!
Wow!
And yeah, you can see the way Noel's Pup is just like playing neutral. Like they're just slowly aggressing. They really do not want to overextend, but at the same time, they're not trying to let themselves get too passive and just kind of let Moblin go wherever. But that Hakumen he's getting meter passive. If you do not engage with him, he will just send a Predator missile at your location. Like, he's getting a 7-kill streak for free. Good RC. Oh,
that
nice.
almost.
Oh my god. 2-1 for A. Okay, this is weird. This is really weird. We could see a cowboy, we could see like a Mexican standoff with if both of them click OD. That's one gun. Okay, no more gun strong.
It's like a Mexican standoff, but if you don't draw, you can draw next round. So maybe that's even better.
It's a duel. No, it's a duel. It's two people. I'm so
It's high noon.
Literally, I was like Mexican standoff, but two people. I wonder what that's called. Wow.
You gotta save that. You gotta save that for 2xKO comms when there's more characters.
Oh, dude. We'll get there when we get there. Maybe Marvel Token. Yeah, maybe Token. Just because there's literally more characters. You know what I'm saying? We'll workshop this eventually. Right now, ooh, big 2C I think connecting here. It's a beef starter actually. Yeah, this is easily 4K. Good knockdown as well. OD's available.
Yeah,
Get the burst out of him. Yes. Now you chill. Now you don't need to do anything. Why would I engage with you? Why would I talk to you?
Well, now Moblin wants to engage because they have full meter.
Oh yes. Well, there's that one part, but like, you know, everything else is fine. All right. You know what we're gonna do? Oh, we're jumping. Not even a fuzzy. We're just jumping.
Wow!
Who clicks Holtaru there? I'm confused. I am confusion.
If that's Air Tech OD, you so die there, right?
Yeah, but the problem is that like Air OD, like nobody wants to do that except for like very niche scenarios. Like it is so awkward and strange. Like you click OD, you're like, okay, can I land and hit a button or can I not? And then you get hit anyway and like die. It is like an unspoken rule of like you should probably not do this.
You should.
Jesus Christ. Round start 63 AA. That is sending a message.
I hope this finds you terribly.
Like legitimately.
Oh no.
That's like, don't you dare press buttons against me. I hate you. I'm like, oh, okay, my bad, bro.
Okay, 40 out.
And keep in mind, again, 4D does lose the foot property moves. All Moblin needs to do is literally like 2A. But you can see that like Noel's Pup is willing to chance it a couple of more times here as this set is progressing. The OD is going to work out very well for Moblin. And this is the other side of the coin again. Like, this is what Noel's Pup has been able to avoid. And like, now that we're on the other side of the aisle, yeah, it's not looking very fair. It's not looking very fantastic.
If I got cornered by drive twice in the same round, I'd be slamming my desk like, God damn it!
You can't rage too is the worst part about it, because then you get RPS and then you just get hit with something silly. And you're like, oh, well I guess I'm first today.
Oh my.
Oh. RC probably unsure of that, like connecting as a mix-up and wanted to get it.
We're gonna get 8 Magatama is go time.
It really is. That's a lot of gunshots though. Good stuff from Noel's pup, just kind of like taking the space.
Hakumen gets 8 Magatama and you get like the Uber notification like Hakumen is coming to your area.
Yeah, it is, it's, you see someone with a crit streak demo man and you're like, ah, okay, well, this point is lost today. We're back into neutral here. Noel's pup, honestly, like, through like some small skirmishes, has already lost half of their health. Oh my god, that fade back JC was beautiful. Ooh.
Elegance.
I'm so serious. Like, I watched that fade back counter hit convert anyway into like maintaining corner. Like, that's good stuff. Oh, good. Alright, 2 in for A. Call out the delay tech. Ooh, too nervous about a burst, but that's the 2B OD conversion. Not going to be able to take the set here, but Moblin is trying to make sure that he is poised to finish up here.
Final game, final round between these two. Real exciting set. And it has been Noel's pup to lose, it feels like.
Yes and no.
Really far behind.
If I only saw game 1, I would agree with you, but game 2 felt a lot more even keel. And now it really does feel like we're entering the like, okay, like, what left do you have in the tank here for this set?
Oh, looks like Noel's pup is the long distance runner between the two.
Hold the phone, we do have OD available for Hakumen, the great equalizer of sorts, and it's getting pressed. You mashed 5A anyway? 8 seconds? 8 seconds of Hakumen and you just decide to mash?
DAYO, what can I say? I had the life lead.
What's that quote? There's this one F1 quote that's like, I knew he had a wife and kids to come back to, and that's why he wouldn't take the risk. That felt like the equivalent of it.
He wasn't hungry enough. That's
literally like, I'm not coming back to nobody at home. I'm balling out. Be like that, man. I watch people for it. I'm like, yo, dude, you're built of different star stuff. I could never. I'm walking back to the corner and I will just deal with Hakumen with that many resources. What's up, man? What's going on?
He took the angle you can only take if nobody loves you.
Why did you frame it that way?
That's the essence of the quote.
But I didn't say it that bluntly. You know what I mean? There's a little there's a little poetic license. Yeah. No, you're right.
I wasn't
gonna say poetic license. I was just gonna not even tell. You know, you just soften it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just kind of like, oh, you know, like, it's because it's not a wife and kid there doesn't mean that, you see your brother, like, yeah, like, that's perfectly fine. Okay, I think we got an extra person in the room, so please remember to leave the room once you are all set here. I believe we got that little Arcune there is a Heartwad ready to get it cracking. Whew. But yeah, Deadward.
Yes.
Dude.
What's good for you though?
Dude.
Please select your character.
Dude. I thought you were gonna mind link with me. Never mind.
No. Well, we're still getting there. All right. When I say Taukaka, what do you think of? We're gonna say it on 3, okay?
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 6A.
Trick Edge. I know too many move names. I'm really annoyed that I know move names because I make fun of. I internally make fun of like Street Fighter players. It's like Forsaken Wave. Nobody's saying that, man. I'm so sorry. Like, I see scissor kicks and it's just that. And I know too many BlazBlue move names. Hypocrite that I am.
My big thing that I always thought would be a funny gimmick, but everyone has told me that like no one's gonna find it funny, is that there's so many characters with names that are in German in fighting games.
Yeah.
And I like took German in high school so I can like do the pronunciation. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna hit like the perfect pronunciation every time on all the move names, and everyone's gonna think it's so funny. And then every time I've told someone, they're like, Deadward, that bit is not gonna work.
Yeah, that's to me. It's not really gonna go that super well. I'm not gonna lie.
It's gonna be garbage. Oh
Look,
no!
if you were like an Ed player or something from like SF6, you know, maybe you could get something going. I don't even know because his name's aren't even German.
No.
Yeah, because it's just Blitz and blah blah blah.
It's a lot of, it's like Wagner from Under Night.
Yeah.
You got Leo from Guilty Gear, but
Like people Blitz. and
there's
it's like,
someone.
okay.
I mean, 9 has a few things that are in German, right?
I get. Whoa! Big drive. I did not think that Ryukasim had the time to drive break. I did not realize he was still within that window. That was really shocking. Okay, off of the cancel from the oh my god, what button is it? It's like 2368, 2360. I keep forgetting. I forget every time. It actually aggravates me.
Folks,
Okay.
this is insane.
What's insane?
What we're seeing here. This bang
fine.
rush down. You saw the faultless defense break here.
Faultless
Ryukasim?
defense. Oh, I don't know those. I don't know those words. I don't use those words here. I know instant block. No barrier. I don't know this faultless defense.
Oh
If you're blocking, you're at fault. What are you talking about? It's your fault to block. Okay, great. Now we're going to the corner. This is pretty good for you. Oh, awesome setup. That was nice. Again, I'm watching people meaty like overdrives that could result in like you being removed from like 3 counties, and like and it shocks me. All right, is there a big conversion off this? You have to RC someone.
Oh no! No confirm.
Oh my god. Oh my. I don't know who would be angrier.
No.
I actually don't know who would be angrier after that.
Oh.
I'd be pissed if I were either player, actually. I'm gonna be keeping it a whole buck, a whole stack. What's a group of bucks called?
I'm a fence sitter on this one. I'm a centrist when it comes to spaghetti.
Why are you a centrist on spaghetti? What are you talking about?
I won't take sides.
What?
It was all a mistake.
What do you mean? That's not being a centrist.
Oh no!
It's fine. It's fine. It's the beginning of the round. What do you even mean being a centrist about it? Like it's just what?
I won't take a side. I won't say if it was worse to drop a combo twice or if it was worse to mash after a combo dropped.
That's not even the debate. It's just like, hey, I would feel bad if that interaction happened and then I lost, and if I won.
Oh, okay.
That's the what?
I'd maybe feel bad if I won for like a millisecond. I'd be like, oh shit, I won. This is
Oh, so
awesome.
Okay, so you don't care then. You just full blown went into description of I'm happy.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
realize this, right?
yeah. I'd
That
be
is how
pretty
you feel
happy.
about it.
I'd be pretty happy if that worked.
So you just lied to me twice now.
yeah.
You went and told me one thing and then immediately just like disproved your own statement. In like
I'm starting a disinformation campaign right now.
you're not starting a disinformation campaign. You're just saying words.
I've had enough of commentators being honest and giving accurate information.
What? I lie all the time.
Ooh, that'd be a conspiracy-minded commentator.
I do not need
Ooh.
no. Like,
Ooh, was that a
comments.
punish, folks? Do your own research. Do your own research.
Your own research on a punish?
Me?
That's
Me,
evil.
I'm not trusting dust loops.
You know what would be that
That's-
actually
that's
be
a
literally
snippet.
that'd be the worst thing to say if you were fighting a new player. Like, hey, is that punishable? I don't know. Do your own research. I would like actually. I would want to flambe someone like immediately. Like full scorched earth policy. Like, what do you mean? Do my own research? I'm asking you. This is the research. I'm asking an expert. I'd be so pissed. It's actually hard to describe. Like the anger that would arise. Like, are you kidding me?
Oh my gosh. Oh man. That'd be really tough to do to a new player. I feel like What gets me is when I have it like lined, you know, like I have a character that I'm like, I like looked up stuff and I'm like, is it really that? Like that's so annoying. And I'm like playing someone who mains that character, and like, you know, they do like 9 tackle or something. I'm like, man, it's so annoying that that's like -2, and the 9 player's like -2. No, there's no way that's what the frame data is. I'm like, yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's unpunishable even on instant block. I looked this up so I could complain about it.
I hate knowing more about a character than my opponent, but the true evil, the true vice, is when you play against someone and you get dog walked, right? Like you get your butt absolutely like destroyed, and you're like, okay, well, like, hey, like, I'm trying to figure out counterplay, and I think I can do this, and this, and then the other person goes, yeah, I don't know how your character works. I've had that happen to me several times in BlazBlue, and like, that was the most like reflection that like I felt in a moment where I'm just like, oh, I don't know how I feel. Like that will make me feel a type of way.
Well, because and the implication there is that if they don't really know how your character works, they're like beating you in neutral without really knowing what you can do. Like,
I've had that happen to me against Days several times, and I'm like, oh, okay. Where he's like, yeah, I don't really know how your character works. I just like did this, and I'm like, ah, okay. And I'm like seething. I'm seething. I'm not even mad because it's not like, it's not even like oh, you're pretending to know, or like this, and that, and the third. Like, no, you legitimately just like, you're just better. And I'm like, oh, okay. I can't even like cry about the matchup. Like, you just like solidly just like destroyed me. And I'm like, okay, like this is what it is.
People at home, just a heads up, Heartwad DQ'd themselves, so Ryukasim will take that game, and we'll be going on to Aerodat versus Soliloquy.
Yeah. Unfortunate, but understandable. But yeah, this means Soliloquy versus... I'm really curious, because how Aerodat might be feeling kind of going into this set. Because sometimes I can never tell with the kid. Sometimes, like, it's the A game, other times it's like a buster, and I never know. I say this lovingly. lovingly. I'm not mean, I swear. I'm probably not that mean. I don't think many people have had mean interactions with me. Probably. I feel like I'm lying to myself now. Okay, I'm just gonna stop. Edward, can we please talk about anything else?
Talking about something else, yes sir! Not Aerodat, but Soliloquy coming up. You know, honestly?
What's up?
That Murakumo unit backdash, I've got a problem with it. Most people say it's okay, but I don't like it. I get jealous of it is the problem as well.
Oh yeah, like, you kind of have to cope.
Yeah, I mean, yes, you know, you're right.
Kind of have to cope, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That sometimes you play against someone and you're like, especially if your character's bad against zoners, and you're like, oh, okay, cool, like, you know, I managed to get in, I'm doing XYZ, and then you think a little too hard about like, oh, is this gonna be like a lambda 2-2D or something else, and then you watch as they just backdash and leave the country. You're like, ah, okay, I guess.
You know what's the... So I tried to like lab out like a hit stop OS for lambda 2-2D, where it's like you continue, like you do JC and then you do like 2A delayed 2B and you like sneak an air dash in there or something. It was so complicated. Like I hit it once, I could never get it in a match. I'm like, I hate this. What do you mean? And then I look and no one does that. They just call it out. They're like, yeah, I'm gonna beat 2-2D here.
Yeah, that's too much thinking for me. I just want to hit them.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, you're either gonna reversal or you're not, or like something. Because technically, Bullet can like OS like delay the check for certain things, but like, I don't know. I'm gonna be thinking too dang hard for this, and so I'm going to attempt to just hit you, and we'll figure it out in post.
I like Soliloquy being like, just occurred to me Deadward plays this game and is main to be jealous of other characters. That's like, honestly, that's my MO. I'm jealous of so many characters in this game.
Well, the problem, you can't, unless you're like on like a top 5 character, you well and truly like cannot have it all. Like, there will be some sacrifice made, like for the sake of the greater good. Like,
Hibiki, I'm like, I love the run speed.
Yeah.
And now if I could just like, you know, like kind of like piece by piece assemble like everything else from a different character, that'd be really nice.
But Hibiki has plenty of things on his own. He's got good damage, solid buttons. Like he still does like plenty of stuff.
No,
I think you're greedy.
I'm absolutely greedy. I play Johnny and Exartuito. Like, come on.
I don't think that's greedy.
I'm used to the juiciest steaks and the butteriest lobster tails. Like,
I've never heard buttery, but my ability to say words is truly waxing and waning today. So I'm just going to let it be what it is. But yeah, like I don't know. I think at a certain point, you just accept what you brought to character select, and it is what it is. Because otherwise, it's like, what use is there to complain? It solves nothing, and then you're just sad, and then you mold.
I like Soliloquy elaborating in the chat. Like the analogy I'm kind of putting in it is like realizing that your dad was also a teenager at one point. Like you're like, oh, like I knew that had to be true, but like I never really thought about it.
That is not where my mind went at all. What? Like no disrespect, obviously. Like that makes sense. I'm just like, huh? I'm just surprised. It's like no, it's not. It's not quite like that. Sorry, I just always think of the like. I didn't expect it to be Chinese like meme. That's a top fiver. Like I say top fiver to a lot of things, but that's like actually a top fiver. Like that thing's staying power is disgustingly like strong.
Yeah, I've been liking the edit of like or it's like a riff on like They Live where he has like the glasses that show people's like true, and he like puts it on.
I love that one. Yes. When he's just like, I think that guy's Chinese, and then he goes, "You guys want to get some Chinese?" And he does the fucking wink. The wink
is so good.
Blows my mind, dog. I love that so much because it's such an insane whiplash. I'm like, what? Jesus, dude. Good times, man. Good times. I'm deeply insecure about myself. I'm thinking this, and that. Wait a minute. I got Chinese.
What's been like? Oh, man, okay. Someone figure out what I'm actually referencing here. But like, have you seen the ones where it's like maybe I didn't think that like so and so could be this, and maybe that makes me a bad person?
No, I don't think of that as a particular meme. I just think of that one scene from Spider-Verse where Doc Ock in that universe is a woman, and he's like, I need to reassess my biases. That is all that comes to mind, sadly.
Oh, there it is. I didn't realize Deadward could have a main. Maybe I'm a bad person. Thank you, Lucy. That's my goat.
What do you mean you didn't realize Deadward could have a? What does that mean? What? What? I don't understand players sometimes. I don't understand this. It's like, yeah, he plays the game. Of course he'd have a game. That's how the... Yeah. I'm getting mixed up here. I'm so super mixed.
Oh, man.
What's up, dude?
We need a game. Folks, we need a game.
We need what?
We get a game to commentate.
We want it. The people want it.
People want it.
Doesn't want it right now. You just have to make do. You know what I mean? It's either that or we open up Q&A. But I don't think I've ever done Q&A with you.
All right, folks, press 1 if you're rooting for Aerodat. Let's get some ones in the chat.
There's no way you did that.
Yo,
I'm so rude. I don't know why.
Yo, we got a Sprite Cranberry. Yo, this chat is on fire.
What is happening? What is this bit? I'm scared. I'm actually scared. What's going on?
Oh, folks, we're lost in the woods right now.
I'm chilling. You are leading me into the darkness, and I'm
All right, yeah. But Toledo, walk us back through the breadcrumb trail. We're like Hansel and Gretel here.
What? That's not what did Hansel and Gretel have breadcrumbs?
Yeah, they did breadcrumbs.
What?
Yeah. Then they could find their way back to the house.
That's how that worked?
Yeah, but then they didn't let them have bread or something, and then they couldn't do it, and then they found the gingerbread house and all that.
Dude, I haven't. What?
Maybe something ate the breadcrumbs.
Dude,
Chat. Do we have any Hansel and Gretel fans in chat right now?
Deborah, what are you talking about? I feel like Walter White talking to Jesse in the diner because I'm just genuinely confused. Like,
what the fuck are you talking about?
Yes, like bits aside, like what is going on here? What? I don't know I don't know anything of what you're talking about.
Wait. Here's a potential call, guys. Okay. Ooh, was that counter hit the brothers? Cause that was grim.
Please, what?
It's the Brothers Grimm.
I know what it is. I'm just like, what are you doing?
I'm coming up with material.
Why are you running?
I'm giving everyone a glimpse into my creative process.
Bro, I don't know what the hell your creative process is. What is going on? I need you to find God. I need you to find him. You need to locate him today. I think that's what you need.
I'm repenting.
For something. I don't know what you're repenting for, but it's clear that like it has been affecting you for some time now. And I don't think there's anything I can do about it, which makes me feel like a bad friend. So I guess there's that.
We're in spiritual decay.
Spiritual decay, that's real as hell, actually. That's very
Mori
real.
is dead and we have killed him. Not literally, but like in a, in like a kind of like a metaphorical way.
How do you metaphorically kill somebody? Please explain.
Yeah, it's like people talk about like the second death, which is like when people forget you. Metaphorical death is like you've already forgot them, but they're still alive. It's like that's what we're doing with Mori.
So gone and forgotten? Is that what is that what we're saying here?
Oh, probably.
What do you mean probably? You're the one that's making the sentences. I'm just listening.
All right, folks, and with that, don't forget what you're watching here tonight, which is Boston Blue.
No.
We run Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday playing BlazBlue Central Fiction, Guilty Gear Bloodbar, and Unity 2. That's right, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. These are open brackets, so you can enter them if you're trying to get some games. So absolutely pull up and tune in for these incredible games.
I am not okay.
And also more than 30 days away, folks, 30 days away, lock in practice because Boston Blue Beat Locals is happening on November 8th, 2025 in the Commonwealth Ave, Boston, Massachusetts, going down at Balance Patch. We have all the lovely games you see on your screen right now. Folks, again, this is way in the future. Mark your calendars, get your travel plans booked, get flights, more than a month out. That's some good savings.
It actually is, yeah. I would honestly, my big thing is that like if you are regionally, like if you are relatively close to the region, like that Amtrak price is going to look very, very cheap like around this time.
Oh, yeah.
I would say that's like the big thing, like because let me tell you, the Amtrak price when it's like a couple of weeks in advance is not very fun. Because you might get sent into Greyhound hell, and that is not. It is cheap and it is reliable, but it is the most you get what you paid for experience I've like had in terms of transportation. You ever take the Greyhound?
Bedford to Boston. I think that would be maybe too much. I do partake in a Greyhound from time to time, just like you should partake in the Ban Blue tournament coming up from Chicxama, going down on the 18th. This month, so that is Rachel and Valkenheim only. I think this is a rather, it's Halloween themed, that's why it's there, but I think putting the screen pollution character versus the character who can't block sometimes is maybe not exactly balanced, but we'll see how the character choices pan out.
Yeah, we can talk about that in a little as well. I know that there is also the JP fundraiser for. Let me remember off the top of my head for Frosties, if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if we have a. I don't know if we. I don't believe that we have a slide ready for that on deck, but I see a couple of people talking about it, and yeah, I do want to encourage folks to like look into that and figure that sort of thing out. We've gotten. It is really, really cool to see an increasing amount of fundraisers to get players from like different regions to pull up. So I really do appreciate us, like the community trying to like push for that as well. You can see in the chat already, there's like $900 raised out of like a $2,550 goal. So I would say like, if you want to see a lot of international talent come by, I think that'd be a good opportunity. We've lately been able to. Is that Ben? We've lately been able to see like a lot of folks come. Why do I have this on deck? We've been able to see like a lot more international like folks come around, like as recently as Evo, as well as for like previous Frosties, being able to see like folks like Jay Anson. So I would say if you are interested in seeing that international talent come by, like if you're a competitor, if you got like a little bit of extra cash, I would encourage folks to look into that genuinely. I would say it is pretty awesome to see. But yeah.
Jay Anson came over, I think it was like 2 Frosties ago at this point. He was a class act. Very fun. Definitely want to get him back again this year. And also, just before we finish, Climax of Night, we are getting a side tournament for BlazBlue Central Fiction. So go sign up for that if you're attending Climax this year.
Yep. Keep in mind again, it is the last Climax of Night. So if you want to get a chance for the last side bracket of BlazBlue at Climax of Night, I'd encourage folks to come around. I remember the very, very first Climax I came by to. This was maybe 4 years ago now. Oh my god. I remember it to this day where like Bojack came around and he was like, "Hey guys, like, does anybody want to play BlazBlue there?" And legit, we just had like 6 people on the side, like not too far off from like a Marvel 3 cap, and folks were just kind of gaming out there. No matter where you are at, if folks are aware and folks know, like people will come by for some BlazBlue. So I would encourage you to come by. I would encourage you to stop on now, to Atlanta if you happen to be in the area and you want to catch some BlazBlue. It's a really, really fun time, honestly. Like Climax of Night as a tournament series, chef's kiss. If I didn't have October, throwing a couple ththings at me out of the blue, I'd probably end up like over there. So Deadward, that means that you have to hold it down.
I got you. I'll be a good steward of it, Tweedo.
Please do so. And again, folks, it's kind of like everything we got going on here as we set up for. I have no idea what folks are talking about in the chat, but yeah, again, that's some of the stuff that we have going on here. I know that we've run into like a bunch of difficulties today, so I appreciate you guys for the patience on all of that. I know that sometimes BlazBlue can just be very, very annoying in terms of its PC port and getting certain things set up, but thank you guys for tuning in and everything. Really do appreciate that. Oh, as we have Aerodat popping in. I wish I had that timed in properly. I literally looked away and then looked back and then I saw him on the screen, which is great.
If we were locked in, I feel like we would have had the cat photos playing like the whole time we were yapping. I feel like that would have greatly improved the viewer experience. We'll take that as a note for next time Steam is exploding on a Monday.
I haven't streamed in ages, man. That means that I'd have to have like 5 cat photos loaded up and not like random clips of like God knows what. I've just been hitting freaking replay buffer on OBS like dozens of times like this week.
It's like those old photo frames that people would get where it would play like a slideshow of like photos, like a Google slideshow on repeat, and it's just so slow. But you'd be at like, like some family member's house with nothing to do, so you just kind of like sit down and like watch it like it was a TV.
Basically. Oh, okay. It looks like there's like just general Steam issues afoot. Hence why like a lot of things have just been a little janky today. We can. Never mind. I'll make that clear. But hopefully things are at least stabilizing for the time being, folks. And we can proceed on with the bracket, as it were.
Yeah, I hope for your guys' sakes.
I hope for my sake. You're driving me nuts.
Don't have to listen to another 15-minute like podcast bit.
I think we'd make a. I think you, me, and Lid would make a funny podcast. I think it'd be just like a very amusing gaggle of people.
That would be, yeah. All right, sir. First live podcast happening at Climax of Night.
No. We can't. No. And it's like, I don't know. We can toss hashtag content ideas his way. He probably already has a whole for that anyway.
Oliver Q, that's the wrong direction. I'm supposed to ask chat if they are real.
If chat's real, chat's real.
Chat, is this real? Are you real? Is chat real?
Are you okay?
I've lost my object permanence. I'm reverting to my.
That's not how object permanence works.
I bet you can lose it. People have gotten hit by some bad things. I believe that people have lost their object permanence.
Okay, yeah, but what? That has nothing to do with what you just said.
I said I lost it.
But object permanent. Okay, what do you think object permanence is?
It's when you can't see something, but you know it still exists.
Okay, right. So what does that have to do with the things on the screen?
Because I don't believe that they're real.
Please ready up.
Wait a minute,
Please
this is something
Please
else.
ready up.
This is like a delusion.
Please ready up. Please ready up. Please ready up, Aerodat. I swear to Christ. Please ready up. If you don't ready up right now,
hold the phone. Wait.
Please ready up, big dog. Let's get into the game. Let's get into the game. Deadword, we're gonna have a long conversation about your mental health because I need you to be okay. I need you to make it. It's Ragnar versus New 13. That's what's on the screen.
Ooh, there's some unfunny jokes to make here, but we'll be making none of them as we get Aerodat going up against.
I dislike when you're funny at my expense of maintaining.
Folks, I've already won him back. Let's go.
It's a long road. It is a very long road. I swear, pick a character, pick a color, man. Pick a color. I don't need this. Make an edit another time. All right, round start. Ragnar versus New 13. We're seeing some zoning in today. Deadword, talk to me about it.
Oh, tried to go for a greedy 5D anti-air, not going to connect there. Soliloquy dodging bullets on that one.
Alright, should be able to. Oh, okay, doesn't even release the sword there. Yeah, I thought that was just going to be like, okay, we're going to farm the few plus frames and then kind of try to extend offense here.
That's a trend now. Soliloquy really delaying that twice here. And uses the threat of it to reduce Aerodat's movement options in neutral. Good 5A anti-air.
Yeah, really excellent spacing. Alright, ends up getting caught on the landing there. So when gravity well is out, you don't necessarily want to double jump. Like, you can RPS between either like trying to run straight through it or IAD or like regular jump, but when you double jump, you give New 13 a lot of time to just kind of outmaneuver you. Whether that's crossing under, like using her command dash, or sometimes she'll just like drop down in 4D. You won't be able to see her, so you literally just get kind of jump scared by the overhead option.
Brings that unseeable overhead to a whole nother level.
Legit, right? And like, you don't want to put yourself in that sort of position. Great cross under. That was sexy. That was beautiful. I love that. I love me a good cross under. That was sick as hell. Oh my god, dude.
That's the maneuver you like dream about. You're like, man, the next time someone tries to jump while I'm cornered, I'm just running out of that sucker. And you never do it, and it eats you up.
I love having max resources on Naruto Kuragane, and then I mash 2C because they're trying to bait like DP by going over it. I'm like, no, like, I will take my counter hit, and we can have a ball game afterwards. Oh my god. A couple of mix-up opportunities going a bit left right there. Legitimately just like hitboxing not quite it.
I like how locked Aerodat is into like the zeitgeist of just DPing after every overdrive because everyone's mashing on them tonight.
It really is like a vibe. I can't lie. Sometimes you have to catch a vibe in a set.
There's something in there.
Like no, seriously, like you sometimes like feel out what an opponent like wants to do, and you're like, I feel like you're this kind of guy today. Like I feel like this is what we're gonna get at, and then like maneuvering accordingly. Another bold DP there, working out pretty well for Aerodat here.
That actually kind of maps onto like the fighting games or like a conversation anecdote really well, because yeah, sometimes people just want to talk about one thing. You're like, oh, have you seen the weather lately? Actually, you know, I've been reading this. Yeah, well, have you seen the weather lately? It's annoying. Anyway, gravity down, really restrictive there. Unseeable 4D block there by Aerodat.
Yeah, that's one of the annoying things. You always want to make sure that you're paying attention to like the actual Murakumo that's opting for the 4D. Otherwise, sometimes you get like mixed up a little bit by what they're doing here. As we're seeing a couple of 4Ds connect, nothing crazy damage-wise, but still 60 seconds left on the clock. Resources are building up a bit. That is an OD on the 3-3.
ODR can get the super. Oh no, doesn't even get the super ender, so no life steal. Will get the Carnage Scissors for additional damage.
Yeah, OD on the 2A pressure. That's looking real good for Aerodat. You hate to see that as a defender when they jab and then you happen to decide to OD right there and you're like, oh, okay, well, it's RPS time out of my own favor after I just popped like such a big resource. So it can feel very awkward.
Yeah. Yeah, it's you are kind of out of position. You do at least have like EA to lean on if like they try to push push their plus frames, but still like you really do want to get like a big advantage or like the hit or you know like a punishable thing on overdrive because then you're in the driver's seat. Jesus Christ, Aerodat.
Pick a color, man. I need you to figure this out. We're not doing this. Figure it out, man. He's a lot taller than me, but I want to get him in the every time. Alright, this is a great position as Aerodat. Yeah, just going straight up for the throw here in this position. Alright, this is fantastic. Not only did your opponent spend the OD, you managed to counter hit them for it, you're up in resources, you have nearly like 50 meter for a super ender at some point. I don't know if I agree with the OD usage there just because like the presence of a threat from New 13 isn't super high. Unfortunately, like he was wrong, and then not only that, you know, you're in like a really awkward position here as well. Throw ends up connecting. Back throw incident? Not too sure if Soliloquy was either looking for throw from Aerodat themselves or what.
Maybe it was like holding back to like block at the start and then was gonna throw after the DP didn't come out, but yeah. Wasn't able to convert off of it and lost the screen positioning. That was really unfortunate anti-air 5B.
Throw does end up connecting here. This should be able to kill, like, just barely here. No meter to work with, but it does not matter.
Second to last hit there. Soliloquy finishing off Aerodat in that round.
Moving on to the next tier, and you see Soliloquy really looking hard for, like, an air throw opportunity, trying to bait Aerodat into the air with, like, all of the movement here, but I really do like the patience, just like, okay, like, I will watch you just run about. I'm gonna just chill out and, you know, have a good time, so to speak.
Oh, the pressure here. Aerodat rebuy after rebuy, eventually finding the counter hit overhead there.
This is looking real good. This is guess for a round at this point. Striker throw will get her done. Heck, even the 6D overhead will end up doing it as well. Great hit, actually. And really good from Aerodat realizing that it was an air hit 6D there, and then opting for the, like, Blood Scythe confirm. That was really, really good stuff.
Cleaned up there. I mean, that whole sequence there at the end from Aerodat was, like, picture perfect. You could have not asked for a better situation than that. So much aggression on the block strings, I gotta point out. Like, jeez, just one of those plus frames.
Like, sometimes, because again, you know, Ragna, I kind of describe his pressure like a funny hill, where, like, sometimes you just start the game and you're like, okay, well, he's just doing 2A. What the heck do I do about it? And then at a mid-level, you're like, oh, okay, it's whatever. Like, I'll mash and do XYZ. And then sometimes, you know, like, it wraps itself back around to, like, he's doing 2A. What, like, 3 different, like, offensive options are you going to do to call something out?
Yeah, that's... The basic Ragna stuff really does still catch people.
Good roll from Soliloquy. Things are looking not so great for them, though, I'm not going to lie. Active flow popping is going to be a pretty solid equalizer here. Health is looking pretty good as well. Cross-up ends up connecting.
Oh, perfect jump in.
Just barely got burst available. Aerodat had to, like, immediately route into Astral there. 240 just barely gets out of there.
Carnage Scissor and the Dooch. Let's do it. Yes!
Please be careful. Do a couple of 5As there. Gravity well is up. Gotta respect the sword incoming for the conversion. 50 meter, passive meter gain. No, but the drop! Oh, God. I think Aerodat tried to just do, like, straight up a raw run-up 5B or something there off of the counter hit. I just did not expect Soliloquy to already have the finger on the trigger there.
I respect it though. You just kind of do have to run those zoners down sometimes.
Yeah, like there are times in which you can do the equivalent of like running it down, and just like kind of hit like a quick 2A or something. But especially if you feel that somebody's kind of on the ball, like, you know, you'll see like a drive come out, you'll see like a new 3C or whatever to like intercept a grounded approach.
Yeah, because you get situations like that where you're throwing the anti-air projectile and you're just dashing in. Have much better speed on the ground.
Yeah, like again, you really want to set your movement up such that it's vague enough that, you know, a Murakumo, like a newer Lambda, really has to guess like what approach you're opting for, because, you know, again, depending on your angle, like, you know, the 2D is gonna whiff, the 6D might whiff, but sometimes you have to be very cognizant of like the 5D, 6D, in terms of your spacing. Reversal Super ends up coming out here as well for Soliloquy. Things are looking pretty nice. Oh goodness, okay, this could be a really big turn actually. A lot of meter on deck for Aerodat, both characters in active flow here. I don't think either are going to get burst back by the time this round ends. Counter hit CT as well, uncharged.
Imagine you don't want to press it here, you still at least get one more get. Whoa, no.
No, we are.
At least you get the 25 meter, and you get the round, it looks like.
Really,
okay,
that was a risky ass burst, I'm not going to lie.
Hey, it worked out.
Oh, God, whoa. Really weird whiff. Just a really weird wake on the haze. I'm not connecting her, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, things are looking pretty solid here for Aerodat, but we've seen things switch up from like a good round start for Ragna literally like 4 times at this point. Went for the Hell's Fang in order to call out the fuzzy jump. Ends up getting blocked, but a nice counter hit will get her done. All Aerodat needs is just one more hit. Active flow on deck, and like as if to make it easier.
It's just that simple, folks.
That was the most like just hit the guy like round ever. Alright, Bloodscythe ends up getting blocked and already in the corner. Calling out the backdash, I think, as well. I want to say the 5B ended up mediating it.
Okay, now Soliloquy locked out of active flow for the rest of the round. Aerodat not happy to be in this neutral situation, but at least happy about that.
It's not too bad, honestly.
Look at that one! Look at that boy sprinted!
I'm not gonna lie, that man is going on a 50-meter dash just to get over there. Nice, I really like the stagger pressure there, calling out the match from Soliloquy here. Aerodat's not going to be able to kill here, but the next hit, whatever it may be, is basically going to end it. No CA's coming out either. No!
He gets there, folks. He gets there in the end.
Sometimes you don't believe in your staggers, and that's right when you get a counter hit, and then you went for your mix-up option. You're like, Jesus Christ, okay, I have to finagle it.
80% of gamblers redash right before they're about to get the counter hit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the worst feeling ever, dude.
Yeah, it's
right,
tough.
That's gonna make our loser side top 6 also, right? So that means we have Moblin versus Aerodat, and then Stardust Lucy versus Ryukasim on the loser side, and then on the winner side we have Noel's Pup. Noel's Pup versus Sprite Cranberry.
Ooh. Very high quality matches here tonight.
We finally got him, and we're getting through him. You know
all right, folks, let's keep the momentum up.
True. So far, which set has been like the most like entertaining for you?
Ooh, let me make sure I have the bracket pulled up.
Yeah, pull it up.
I'll be able to. Yeah, exclamation mark bracket in the chat. I think I've lost it. I've controlled click into too many. I'm going back in time.
We've had Aerodat versus Sauvagess, we've had Soniti versus Stardust, Ryukasim versus Moblin.
I really liked Soniti versus Stardust, but that's also just because I play the character, so it was really fun. I also just enjoy that matchup a lot, so it was really fun to watch. I think Aerodat versus Soliloquy, I really liked Aerodat in the end, like running, the bro was sprinting. I feel like he caught so many times of like Soliloquy expecting an air approach, and I always feel like it's exciting to see like that. You know, you're conditioning in the neutral, and like that's kind of cool. That's usually not what people expect it.
Like, I think that sort of stuff is really, really interesting, and like sometimes it takes a little bit to like recognize those scenarios where like somebody's either setting you up for failure by creating very, very similar like neutral situations, whether or not that's like, okay, I'm going to IID at this point frequently, I am doing these round starts, so on and so forth, and then just kind of having the wherewithal to adjust and try to either like create that situation to provide like the next RPS or to avoid it entirely.
It can get really complicated really quickly. Now we've got Ryukasim going up against Stardust Lucy.
Yeah, and this is going to be again Ryukasim on the Taokaka versus the Hibiki from Lucy, of course.
A bowling ball.
I really like those cross-up setups. I didn't realize that Tao could like kind of set up bowling ball to help enforce that as like a meaty hitbox.
Whoa! Nice confirm there. It does get bursted, but I think Lucy's feeling good about that one.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'd feel like fantastic for that. Unfortunately, she is getting clipped up a little bit and is going to be forced to take a left-right. Oof!
Oh! I feel terrible.
Reversal super in those situations feels like an EX interrupt when you're on like a big Discord call.
Okay. We'll get the knockdown here. Oh, roll out. Great.
Another conversion off of the counter hit JC. That's the same one that she just did earlier. Counter hit JC, 5B into 6C. That was really sick.
Lucy's got to watch out, though, because I feel like once that starts working, Taokaka's just hitting the ground ASAP after all those situations and hitting you with a 6A.
Yeah, I think Tao's like ability to police. And we were just talking about kind of like mutual interactions and trying to look for them and farming them. You know, you see the 6A coming in right now. Taokaka, for, you know, all the things we might say of like that she lacks, that 6A is an extremely good. Oh my god! I did not expect the clash there. OD available soon. We might just see it perfect, I'm not gonna lie.
Position. Oh.
As the cross up.
The pull is diabolical.
It is diabolical. Alright, both players kind of taking it a little slowly before their first engagements of the round.
Okay, let's chill out a little bit.
And now, every time I set that up, something immediately happens in the game. And I'm like, okay, this is not the time for talking. This is the time for I'm hitting you or I'm moving fast. And right now, Ryukasim hasn't really landed like a strong or like a major conversion up until now, but you can see like how much chip damage effectively Lucy has taken like over the course of this round.
Yeah, these straight hits are adding up.
OD, but not exactly a great situation here. Lots of drive usage coming out from Ryukasim, and it really feels like Lucy like cannot find her footing in neutral suddenly.
I think Lucy just kind of needs to chill out right now. Like, you're much closer to first than you think you are, but that was a good tech threat there by Ryukasim to take that game one.
Yeah, and I think on top of that, like, this to me is like a prime example of like when you end up playing to somebody else's pace, where it feels like immediately after round one, Ryukasim was like, oh, okay, like I'm just gonna like pick and choose engagements like maybe somewhat sporadically, and Lucy is really trying hard to kind of like chase and find like a good interaction there, and like has not been able to find like a good anti or anything. So Ryukasim has just been able to kind of like cut loose with like, yeah, I'll take like a like 2K, 3K with this like quick conversion. I'll find a mix up here and there. I'll just do a little like a dabbling, so forth.
Yeah, I think Ryukasim really knows like the stimuli that'll get Lucy to like jump or scramble with it. So yeah, just keeps throwing out the hook and Lucy just keeps biting.
Yeah, right now I'm not gonna lie, with those like mix-ups in the corner, that feels like I'm throwing the kitchen sink at you. I just need you dead. I need you go away from me, please. All right, side swap opportunity available, but I think Lucy's just gonna go for the corner kick. Whoa!
New shit. Okay.
I love Hibiki OD routing. It's so cool. I love it so much. Like, you have like such an open world for like what you can choose to do there. Like I thought that was just gonna be like, oh, convert it to 2-4D or do whatever. I have not seen that route.
Rebel 2. Action.
Man, yeah, that was super sick. Alright, have to hop into the Hibiki Discord to learn that at some point.
Indeed. Alright, solid knockdown. Goes for the JC in order to call out all but the delay tech there. I don't comprehend why 6B's hitbox is that tall. It's either that or it's gotta be Tao's hurtbox is that big. I don't know if it's both or what. That was pretty good.
That was an unfortunate drop though, because that does a gazillion damage with the restand there for Lucy.
Mm-hmm. Alright, Lucy's still fighting and still in this, but again, I really do think it comes down to like the neutral here.
Ooh. Good start here for Ryukasim.
In the corner against Tao, you might just get left-righted. Let's see what comes up here next. Pressure ends up ending. And again, Ryukasim finding a couple of stray hits, not like a big conversion or anything, but like it's adding up and Lucy's not able to find their way out of this position. So things are looking pretty dicey here. DPRC is available, but let's see if Ryukasim looks for... Whoa!
Nice. Great answer there. Doesn't matter which way Hibiki was going. That invincibility was going to work no matter what. Don't have the overdrive improvement on the distortion. So Lucy
yeah,
will get
I don't
one more
know.
chance.
I don't know if that was either... Because I feel like that would have been a kill combo, so I'm not too sure like kind of what went on there. OD available for Lucy. We've seen her get some pretty good conversions off of it, but it's all about finding an opportunity. DP swings and misses.
Oh, you got burst.
Yeah, trying to mix it up a bit with like the air drives, but again, it really does feel like Ryukasim, like especially after that very first round, like the rest of the like set was really like in his favor.
Man. Yeah, Ryukasim was really good about just representing way too many options. Really, just like, man, looks so stressful to have to defend against him in that set.
Yeah, especially if you're not used to it in the like middle of a bracket. You know, you're maybe a little tired. You're kind of like stressed out. Now you're like, okay, well, it's Taokaka. This cat girl is like doing all of this random stuff. Like, what is even going on here? Like anymore, like, you can very much like not even necessarily lose your cool, but you can lose like focus and like your momentum.
Everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the face. Yeah, I feel like that's a set you walk back and you're like, did I never try to 2C anti-air? Like not even once? You're just thinking about way too many things.
You know what I mean? Like your mental stack sometimes can get overloaded by characters like that, and then like the goose might be cooked. Like that stuff can be rough to deal with if you don't have necessarily a way of like slowing down the game and trying to find your own pace again.
Yeah, your chickens have come to roost.
Is that the saying for this? Like actual question. Like I'm not even like haha.
I think so. Actually, I won't say that with any sort of confidence. Let's not get into the weeds here, as we got Aerodat coming back in.
Into the weeds of it. It's just the meaning of the idiom.
Yeah, but I don't remember what it is anymore.
Really?
I think it's the bad thing. I think but your chicken's coming home to roost is like, it's like you get what you deserve. I don't know.
Chickens coming home to roost just refers to like the consequences of like something like finally like happening.
I guess so. I think it's got negative connotations.
Typically, I believe so. Yes.
Yeah. So I think that works there.
I suppose. I'm gonna have to review this. I'm gonna review this, not to put anything on like the commentary like sheet or whatever for like a reel, but just to be like, how many sayings was Deadward actually on point for, and like what was going on?
What was the hit rate?
What was the hit rate is real.
People will say that like when I talk about like when I talk to like normal people about commentating fighting games, is they're like, oh, do you get like stats? I'm like, no. I don't even know what you would have stats for. And percentage of overheads blocked would probably be a pretty helpful one. I feel like I would not advocate for that though, because I feel like my opponent would look at me at Start GG and be like, Deadward blocks 10% of standing overheads, and I just get cooked every single game.
Yeah. Well, I think for
Meaty
me,
lag
like you could probably do some like pretty basic stats, stuff like what's it called? It's off the top of my head. You could do stats like number of instant blocks, blah blah blah, like successful OD raids, blah blah blah. Like there's a few stats that like you could do that are like reasonably good. Aside from like, you know, like set keeping, like okay, this person, like what is the head to head for like these two players, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, that was like the one that I usually bring up, but I'm also like, you usually have to do that yourself. Like they usually won't have that. You gotta like look back in the archives and be like, okay, now I know what these players like set counts against each other have been recently.
Mm-hmm. The Smash ones can be like really, really good. Like the I remember when like for the Smash heads in here, I remember when like Tafokins like started bringing out like a ton of stats, and I was like, yo, you guys are nerds. In positive, nerds positive. Because I'm a nerd.
I feel like I gotta do like I'd be really curious in like how often like first hit wins the round in like certain fighting games. I also think with like Under Night, like how often the person who wins the first cycle wins the round. I feel like there's a lot of fun stuff you could do with that.
Oh, you could definitely you could find some like crazy statistics.
What the heck is this palette?
This is I don't even know, man. This is the like it's like you remember the old like iPod commercials?
Oh yo!
Yeah, it's just that
Bring
style.
it back.
I don't think it's exactly that like for Aero, but like that's just the theming of it. Like you ever see an old like stick fight animation?
Oh yeah, those are so fun.
You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you might not necessarily have like everything outlined. Shout out to Zhao Zhao if folks know that.
Stick fights is when I first heard the "It starts with one thing." I don't know why.
I've actually never heard that from a stick fight.
Wow, really?
I've never heard it from one of those. I believe you 100%. I'm just like, oh, I've never heard it.
Someone do an edit with this Ragna skin of like the classic iPod commercial, but make it like I block, IB.
That would actually be really sick.
We're making the t-shirts right now, folks.
Oh, I'm not making a t-shirt, but you know, if other folks want to do that, I think that's a good idea. I think it's a winning idea. Alright. Back to the set though, because we can talk a little too much on this specific thing. Like genuinely, like I know that I would continue on here. This is pretty even thus far here. Solid knockdown here for Aero. Big OD! Okay. It's a jab starter, so it's not gonna be too crazy. And for getting hit by Hakumen, I'm not gonna lie. Hakumen clicking OD and taking
You know, everyone always forgets about the super.
I did not realize that he'd even like built up the Magatama for like setting up for that right there. That was crazy.
That is rough. Alright, we got Colt's comforts here though. Aerodat with the overdrive advantage.
And that can be like pretty big, you know. Ragna OD at pretty much all stages of the game is still a useful tool. Late game, you get your health back. Early game, you get to like set the tone and build momentum. Mid game, I mean, you get like a bunch of sustainability and damage. So, like at any point.
Where I find it really key is just on defense. Like I feel like people like really can't do a lot of their stuff when you're representing ODR.
Oh, for sure. I think that is a like recognizing your opponent's ability to overdrive, especially if you have like big mix-up options like command grabs or something. Like the thinking about like wake up OD can be very daunting. I think for Hakumen in particular, at least, like it's not super crazy. Good TRN here. Yeah, it's going to force the burst out.
Yeah, because he was building overdrive, was gonna block it out. Great.
This is tough now. Anything could lead to an OD cancel into death here. Not quite
so active.
Yeah, yeah it is incredibly active. Aerodat's gonna get a bit of health back, which I'm not gonna lie, basically lets him survive maybe like a mash.
You'll live 1A no cancel. Oh my god! What?
That was close. That was so close. Jesus. Sheesh. That was truly like a I am nearly going to die kind of like scenario. Sometimes you gotta stare death in the face and just just don't blink. Alright, 2B ends up connecting here. Alright, this is going to be like an alright knockdown, not really the greatest. You see Aerodat just able to roll out of there just fine.
Quickly disrespecting that by Aerodat.
There's the JB. The damage off of it isn't super high, but thinking about it and keeping it in mind as like an RPS option can be very, very frustrating.
Yeah, it really does mess up with like your expected value in like so many different situations.
Another delay tech from Moblin, and Aerodat's just been opting for like 2-2C to just like check for it like each time. Simplifies the knockdown a bit too, since Ragnar gets to just jump back JC like the safe jump and catch rolls. That's a throw, not early enough for like a car cancel. Some folks may call those drops. Moblin may call them happy little reset.
Jeez. Poor low health character.
Yeah, that's really the tough thing, because like if Ragnar gets the opportunity to live, you know, he can sustain himself. But if Hakumen hits you and doesn't stop hitting you, you're dead in like 2 to 3 interactions, as opposed to maybe like 3 to 4. Okay, TK Hotaru. This is looking great for Moblin as well. Trying to look for a roll or delay tech. No dice on that, but we're back to neutral. Good 6A! Aerodat really, really needed that. Such a big swing here. OD's going to be available on the knockdown. Aerodat's got to be mindful of it.
Rewarded for his patience here. Aerodat has such good positioning now. Finds the overhead.
What? I'm shocked that he went for the... Oh my god.
Crashes the game.
I'm actually really shocked that he went for like the Hell's Fang follow-up with OD available for Hakumen. That could have just been like, I'm winning, and then you wake up dead.
Tragic. Oh man, it's gonna be really hard to recreate that situation if that's what they want to do.
Yeah, that's super unfortunate. We'll get a ruling and figure that out momentarily, folks. Big apologies for that.
It looks like it was Aerodat who's not in the room anymore when he was the one connecting the gauntlet of Hades.
That might have been a game crash on his end. I'm gonna take a quick look and double check on that.
Yes, we're in the Steam moment.
Yeah, Steam is not a fan of this bracket today, it seems. Or like any other bracket, I'm not gonna lie. Based on what Lucas had mentioned earlier in the chat. Let's take a quick look here then. I don't know if it's maintenance or what, but we'll get a quick ruling on that and move accordingly. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna restart essentially the game with like Moblin taking the first round here, and we'll move forward accordingly.
All right.
I'm not gonna lie, if I'm Aerodat though, I'm like, I think a decent amount of the set is like working out in his favor, but there's always that feeling of like an X factor coming on very suddenly from Hakumen, you know? Or I guess a literal factor in this case, if you really want to think about it in a Marvel 3 kind of way. Like virtual in the back, X factor available, like I might just blow up randomly anyway.
Yeah, I mean, definitely it felt like that round was going Aerodat's way. Like, got the final hit. Moblin did have burst, but probably wasn't going to use it because they were round top, so...
Yeah.
I'm not feeling great about that.
I don't think anyone would, but again, do appreciate the players for like their patience today and everything here. Oh. Jeez, dude. You know what actually has me freaking very confused here? Complete off topic. Oh, never mind.
Okay.
We'll get to that in a moment. Otherwise, I'll yap too much. Throw. Oh! Not even a TK Tsubaki, just went TK 2 and 4A off the OD. What?
No, I think that was OD in the air, Toledo.
Yeah, OD in air into like immediate J2 and 4A. That was strange. I don't think I've seen Hoffman do that. Oh my god, I think that dead spike actually hit so meaty enough that he was able to, Air was able to convert off the pair. Okay, Scramble City here, but I think Aerodat's been able to stabilize here. Again, OD is available for Moblin. This isn't going to kill. It is OD on the 5B here. Plenty meter to work with, a big drop. No CA from Aerodat, surprisingly. Ended up getting clipped low, likely trying to fuzzy jump. CA, no! Timing, no! Yikers. Because not only is that like, oh, okay, you know, I survived the interaction, I'll find a place to CA. For 623 AA to come out at that time and invuln it is a genuine trap for Aerodat. If I'm Moblin, I'm saying I'm nice, regardless of whether that was intentional.
Regardless of the truthfulness.
Yeah, man. TRM ending up connecting here. Moblin likes to go for that very frequently. They'll either go for like immediate throw after the command dash, or they'll go for 5A with throw. And I think folks have not been very keen on either like doing like a delay jump or like maybe like a delay throw tech to look for it. That's going to be another OD coming out on Ragna 2B here. Conversion's going to be pretty good. Not like super high damage. Not a lot of meter for Hawkman here, but again, Hawkman with active flow, 4 stars. Not any hit could just suddenly like careen in terms of damage.
Huge starter here.
Jesus, yeah. Moblin trying to like squeeze out as much as possible, ends up prorating it way too much here. Any little hit will do it. A 6B will get her done. One more jab will too.
Aerodat doing it now, doing the fuzzy jump off the dash instead.
Great JA. Yeah. Rough time for Aerodat there. Moblin really felt like Moblin was in full control of neutral at that, like at those last interactions. JC has come out here from Ragna. Let's see what comes up next. Is it going to be the throw? Delay tech? Ooh.
Damage is not what's important. It's about that corner positioning. Aerodat, though, Houdini able to escape.
And let me tell you, when you are looking at someone with like effectively like 5 swords in hand, yeah, getting out of the corner is, I would be very happy with myself. But now it's all about finding an opportunity to start offense. Speaking of which, Moblin's been able to at least land a hit here.
Quite a hit at that.
I don't think Aerodat has to burst here, but I do not blame them for doing so. And again, it really does feel like Aerodat trying to get in has just been so difficult. And just off of the JA conversion here, Moblin ends up taking the set 2-1.
I feel like the big question after that burst going through Aerodat's mind was, can I live 4C? Or does it just kill me?
Honestly, that's not even like, I wouldn't even want to chance it there. Like, I would just assume anything is gonna do it. The fact that the jab didn't kill, or the J or whatever it was didn't kill, was like, oh, okay. That's like 3rd lease on life in the span of like 2 minutes. Moving on up here, we do have Noel's pup that will be playing against Sprite Cranberry for winners finals. We saw Noel's pup only once against Moblin, and that was a pretty that set had some close moments here versus Sprite Cranberry, who's had a pretty successful bracket thus far, been able to 2-0 everybody in their path.
Having a great bracket so far, but let's see if that changes up.
Yeah, it's hard to tell, dude, because like at least at like the basic level, like it can feel a bit like Coughing Baby Hydrogen Bomb with Asriel's like neutral tools versus Noel's. I do think that like if you are playing Noel in this type of environment, then you probably got like a pretty good idea of what you're doing. But again, like it is just like hard to deal with like Asriel's neutral presence on like a character like Noel.
how the navigation goes here. I do
Yeah.
feel like it is, you know, pretty good Azrael advantage here.
Oh, for sure. For sure. To me, it's a matter of like, okay, like, as the Noelle, like, how are you going to try to finagle, like, around a lot of Azrael's tools in order to get your hits and at least, like, find some amount of damage and, like, before scampering off or whatever you got to do. Quite frankly. I'm like, so for real, because, like, dude, there are times when it's just like, I don't want to interact with you, man. And then you look at the character's tools and it's like, I gotta
do something.
Legit. Because otherwise, like, someone's gonna run amok and like it's not gonna be a good time for you. Like, I've played against too many Arakunes where I'm like, all right, dude, like, yeah, you kind of have to interact with him. You're gonna get cursed otherwise, or you're up against Azrael. Like, it's real cool that you can stay at full screen, but like, you're gonna get caught with like a couple of straight buttons suddenly, and like, do you really want to get timed out by Azrael? Because that sucks.
Yeah, I mean, you get cornered and it's like every hit is converting into way more damage. Just getting walked down by Azrael does not feel good
at all. Then you get caught by it. Then you get hit with TK Growler, and then like I realized that God was not a fan of me today. Dude, something about TK Growler, dude. Like, you're like, okay, well, I'm fighting a demon, and, you know, the mix-ups aren't that crazy. Like, the damage is good, the neutral is good, but, you know, like, I can survive it, and then you get left-right, and you're like, okay. My bad, man.
Get hit with JB.
The button of all time, yeah. Dude. Azrael, you get hit with like a 5C, you're like, okay, whatever. Like, it's a really good neutral tool. Like, hardy, har. And then the rings of Saturn float about you, and you're like, oh, okay, my bad, man.
I remember I think it was a Beach episode, I was watching like Crocs and Socks, who is a really good player, but his Azrael is really like layer 1 in what he does versus DGF, and I'm like, oh, DGF will show me how to beat air dash JB spam. And did not happen.
You will not learn.
I was like, oh, it's just really good.
It's just really good. There is a beauty in that. Sometimes when like it's just a 50-50, you're like, great. Like, I did not have agency here, and I'm not going crazy. Like, I just have to either avoid it or guess, and that's fine. Well, as fine as it.
You can hope. Ooh, good answer there. Full property through.
Not able to finish the conversion, or maybe just was comfortable with leaving the letting the air tech be here. Ooh, definitely an accidental CT. That's unfortunate to get the burn on the meter here.
No one wanting to initiate in neutral, and for good reason there. Noelle's Pub able to whiff punish the...
Yeah, I'm really surprised by Sprite's patience there. It feels like a little bit of hesitation where, you know, they could get the party started with like your 6Cs, your like your Gustav, so on and so forth. Speaking of which, but right as I say it, you know, the backdash from Noelle's Pup lending itself into a quick punish here. Less than 3k. Throw will do it, Strike will do it. Maybe not off a jab, but still, things are looking good for Noelle's Pup. Ooh, nice little tick throw to get her done. Let's see if Noelle's Pup can finish their food here, and indeed that will be a dead Azrael here. 18 seconds to go at round 1, by the way, so like we are in it for the long run.
Rebel 2, action.
Coming in already, yeah, it really does feel like Noelle's Pup just wants to slow down the pace of the game, but Sprite finding a good opportunity to go for Sprite finding a good opportunity for the IAD here. Ends up getting a fatal, but not enough meter in order to convert off of it with the 6C cancel here. Still though, you're going corner to corner regardless. Good damage, next hit kills. All being said, this is perfectly fine for Sprite as they end up taking the second round here in game 1. So I really do wonder, like, it feels like the onus is kind of on Sprite to find good approaches there. I think Azrael's got plenty of tools for it, and you know, it's up to Noelle's Pup in order to find an opportunity to either like, shut that out with either like a 6A or other button. right now things are at least looking decent here. That's the first hit for this like round 3. But again, it is
Looking up for Noel's puff there, even with the throw whip.
It's a tall mountain to climb though. Like one big conversion into an OD should be able to get it done. And presuming active flow is coming on very soon. 4D. Okay. Oh, available? No. Ended up getting CT. Like, I wonder if that was intentional or not. But the OD through the 2B. This should be death. Let's just see what the conversion is first.
Up there, Noel's pup taking the first game of this first of 3 series. Time for Sprite Cranberry to adapt and for the variance to just kind of work out in Azrael's favor. The damage differential here is so big.
Yeah, like on top of that, like Noel can still get some pretty good conversions, but it's a lot of it is like, okay, like what is the risk reward on so many of these individual neutral interactions? The difference between getting clipped by an Azrael 5B can be much different than getting clipped by like a 2B, a straight 2B from Noel, like as she's like trying to stuff the approach.
Slowing the pace down. We saw this a bit last game as well.
Exactly. But JB ends up connecting. That's one weak point set. Catching the delay tech as well. That's going to be at least one other here. Let's see. Does the proration work in Sprite's favor? Indeed. That's double weak points now set up here. Couple of cross-ups connecting. Good decision to block there. Sometimes, like, you watch Noel JD and you're like, I think you're going to do a follow-up here. I don't want to get randomly counter-hit. 3D is blocked. We're back to neutral. Good IB chasing the backdash. Yes. A lot of times, like an Azrael's first reaction on the instant block to Gustav is to backdash. So, you know, sometimes you either have to call it out with like maybe a deeper dash up button, or you might just kind of jab anyway if they decide to RPS it a little differently.
You mean they all don't DP after?
Whoa!
Oh my god!
I have never seen Spring Ray trade like that. That was super strange. Okay.
The dive kick, it's bulletproof.
That I have rarely, if ever, actually experienced that Azrael dive kick. Dude, as someone that likes characters with anti-airs, Jesus Christ, that guy. It's crazy. Great conversion coming in here from Noel's pup. Ooh, able to 4D once again as well. This combo is not going to be able to kill. Again, it's not last round, so Sprite really doesn't need to burst if they don't feel like it here, so doubtful that we're going to see it if Noel ends up getting a hit here.
With that DP, here's the opportunity, able to get the weak point because of the blue beat, but a bold mash there from Noel's pup.
Yeah, that could have easily been like a Gatling or like a delay Gatling canceled into 2D there, so pretty bold stuff from Noel's pup. Alright, big counter hit round start there. Let's see what comes up next. While the damage is good, it's always about what follows up with it. Oh my god, calls out the backdash. Things are looking good. 50 meter on deck soon. With conversions like these, active flow is sure to come up on the next big hit as well. 6B!
Folks, you heard it here for oh my.
I'm not too sure what the OD cancel would look like here. Let's see if it comes up. No. Oh, whiffs the super. That's super rough.
One more hit after that burst.
Ooh, and just a stagger 5 A's.
I think both players made a really informed decision there. I think if you're Sprite Cranberry, you see your opponent watch you wait that much, like realize how patient you're being, go up for like the dash momentum JA, and then they just tick throw you because they know you've been holding down back a lot. And so I think Sprite Cranberry was trying to counter that, but Noel's pup one layer ahead, going for just the stagger 5A there and catching the mash.
Another IB coming in. You see the RPS coming out now as well, with Noel's pup opting to mash. No backdash coming out from Sprite as well. Some good blocks, but man, Maybe caught in the recovery or something there, but throw ends up connecting. Good fuzzy jump here.
Not quite able to punish.
Text the tick throw. Gustav ends up punching in the mouth. Ooh, I like it right here. Dang. Alright, not quite gonna be able to kill here, but this is a like near checkmate like esque scenario. Like you do not have to like risk very much as Azrael to like finish up the job.
Yeah, Gustav is just gonna chip at a certain point. Uh-oh.
Okay. Gets the cross under here, swap sides. Alright, dollar and a dream, let's see what you can do.
Oh, doesn't want to deal with the dive kick, being proactive there in the air.
Crazy cross up here. OD is available as well, but again, like I don't even know which like hits would meaningfully work out. I don't think that jab starter was going to end up killing, but Sprite Cranberry bursts regardless. Even if Noel dies here, that is like a good round, I feel, in my like honest opinion.
Look at the time.
Oh, we can
Coming
see
down to it.
Oh my god. Oh my god! That's
Noel's
it.
Pup, keep this clean. Super does it.
Oh. And again, all from one overextension from Sprite at the end there. Azrael did not need to extend himself in that area. Like you could have easily seen a timeout there, and I would have been like, yeah, that makes perfect sense. A couple of big starters, but no dice until that one.
A hard thing in fighting games is getting used to playing defensive on the life lead, even when you're the rushdown character.
Yeah, I think a lot of people get used to saying like to themselves like, okay, this is my one win condition, I'm just going to reduce the health to 0, that's it, rather than allowing the win condition to be malleable and say like, okay, like I can look for a timeout here, but oh, they just whiffed, so I'm already ready for like my respective punish.
Roll?
He calls out the roll.
I think this is the time.
Burst is coming up as well. Likely to see it on the next hit from Sprite, but again, with Noel's Pup already in active flow, that could be a quick OD cancel. arcsys, relatively safe. DP does come out, and that will be the round. Again, though, Noel's Pup has managed to deprive Sprite of Burst and OD, which is great going into like the last round of this game 3.
Yeah, it's been kind of fun. Noel's Pups has like been at overdrive advantage so often, but the issue is that Sprite Cranberry is just using it like way more in this set. Huge hit. No, he's a convert off of it.
I think what is especially true is that, you know, Azrael, for the most part, does not necessarily need to use OD in order to like make the most of his burst gauge. Like the OD is nice, but you usually see it either purely defensively or in order to like secure a kill for him. Quick knockdown, that 5B is going to connect, not able to convert fully afterwards, but the drive pressure, the drive overhead ends up working out as well. Sprite's burst is about to be back in a few seconds here, decides to go for the DP. Plenty meter to work with as well for both players, honestly.
Stare down here, full stick of butter, overdrive for both players here. Finds the hit, activate!
Oh my god, that was literally the absolute wrong thing to do there. Oh, but the throw! Okay. Signs of life.
Yeah, Noel's Pup was just a little bit late there with the overdrive. Really would have much rather to have preferred to get that on the low than the 5A afterwards.
Oof. Again, this is looking pretty good for Noel's Pup, but again, it's one of those scenarios where like you could easily just get hit with like an Azrael round and just die in like 5 seconds for like all for just getting like caught with like a straight normal. Calls out the DP at the very least. Good stuff from Noel's Pup, recognizing Sprite's changing defensive habits. We're back to neutral here. Not too much going on here so far. Noel just trying to make sure that they can run offense. Ooh, drive pressure does not work out super well here. Oh my god, what a big chase! Okay. This is looking real good for Sprite here. That should be one weak point applied. Honestly, that's the only weak point that he really needs in order to like finish up the round. Jesus!
away again. Sprite Cranberry just always using it first and gonna be punished for it here. Noel's Pup is gonna go in it with the advantage on the burst or overdrive.
Out of two characters that can get very scrambly, let me tell you something. That Noel JD, it will infuriate many a person when they start seeing it come out. Oh my god, 2-3-16 trading there? Okay. We're not trading, we're just beating out the Gustav there. That's funny.
Brush trigger starter.
Not going to deal a lot of damage, but again, that's going to move the active gauge, flow gauge quite heavily. You're seeing it getting popped right here. Oh, ooh, just a little too far for the tick throw, yeah. It's not everything is lost. It's not pure disaster tier, but things could go south very quickly, especially with all these delay techs. Like, Agil's got a lot of ways to cover delay tech. Oh, big punish on the 3C. Agil's got a lot of ways to cover delay tech, so I'm surprised that Noel's Pup is opting for it. Awesome drop coming in here. Ooh.
Oh, and like you said, Toledo, that JD, so infuriating. And I'm sure Sprite Cranberry will be infuriated being sent to losers here.
Yeah. But you can be angry all you want, but you still got to fight your way out for the run back opportunity here. Sprite now has to fight against the winner of Moblin and Ryukasim. What's up? You ready for the run back in losers?
I'm ready for the run back. Yeah, Ryukasim versus Moblin coming up once again. Was Moblin coming out on top last time?
Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie. I'm favoring Moblin for the time being, but I genuinely can never count Ryukasim like fully out of these kinds of sets where like things could just go left at a moment's notice and you would never be like the wiser for expecting it.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you have taking it?
Who do I have taking it?
Yeah, who do you have taking it?
I think that you know, my brain is telling me that Moblin is probably going to take it, but my heart is saying that Ryukasim has been in the crucible of loser's side. He's committed to Taukaka.
Mm-hmm.
I think Ryukasim's got it.
Okay. So pure faith vibes?
Yeah,
I'm fine. I will accept pure faith vibes. No disrespect or anything off that. There are many vibes based like just things that happen in fighting games. Alright. But we are getting close to the close of the bracket here again. We're in our loser semis here as we are preparing to see who will fight up against who will go up against Sprite Cranberry, and thus who will fight against Noel's Pup.
Noel's Pup's in pretty winner side grand finals here.
Indeed. A particularly pleasant place to be, I would say. You're not going to acknowledge the alliteration, are you?
No, it was pretty good.
Alright, thank you. I needed that. I don't do it much. I feel like that's more of a St. Cola thing. But we are moving into the set here, and we're having a ball game.
Yeah. Swing, batter, swing.
She does have a baseball. Oh, okay. OD's on the 6A. Not really. That's a really awkward hit.
Oh, no!
Getting the randoms on Ketsu though, yeah, that will bring up the winnings. That's like betting on black. And sorry. Let's just say that's like you bet wrong in poker, and then somehow the river ended up working out in your favor anyway, so you just happen to win the pot. Okay, things are looking fantastic.
We're picking up what you're putting down, Toledo.
Yeah, if I'm Moblin right now, I'm chilling. I'm just gonna guess.
Yeah.
Surely I won't lose.
Oh?
Surely I won't die from a few guesses.
You're still a good 2 hits away.
3 if it's... Practice with the D button. Or do you wake up TK Hotaru? You know, that you can do that too. That is valid. I'm not gonna stop you.
I bet you could screenshot that and put it on Twitter and people would be mad at it.
I think people would be mad at anything.
Paint was touching her at any I don't think the paint of that attack was hitting her.
Oh, the paint of it? I don't know. TK Hotaru is like a pretty even know if it's actually a big hitbox now that I like really think about it. Huh. I guess I was gonna just go off vibes. Vibe based. Alright, trick eggs left, right? Yeah, there it is.
In the industry, we call that lie base.
Lie based? True. Dude. Okay, we're gonna go back to left right mix because the wall cling mix in Tao, like that is legit. Like you will just get mixed and done. Is the damage high? Absolutely not. But again, like it is just a matter of like, hey, like how many times are we gonna get put through this and how many times are we gonna guess right? Because there are many things you have to account for.
Getting paper cutted to death again. Jeez. Oh no.
You talk about paper cuts and then you just get hit with a bulldozer.
Yeah.
Tossed as well. And again, this is last round of the game. And already within like less than 20 seconds, it's over.
And yeah, clean, low instant overdrive activation. Perfect there for Moblin. We're back to first to 2. This could go quick.
Moblin's been really, really on it with the 2B OD cancels. I'm not gonna lie.
Please select your character.
Like it has been, and like almost all of them that I can recall off the top of my head has been like, yeah, that is the conversion that you needed to do there. Like that was on hit, like single hit confirmed type beat, which is really cool to see. Oof. Deadwood. Oh!
Oh!
The wheel of fate is turning.
Dual
Abandoned. Taukaka's over.
Action.
What is it? Now Hakumen, my best friend. Oh lord. What is it? Friendship with Tao over. Now Hakumen, my best friend. That's what it was. It's, you can tell how long it's been since I've said that ancient. The fact that I can claim that to be ancient is maybe bad in and of itself. Oh god, BD coming out here. But not a big conversion. I don't know if he just lacked the stars to go for like a Tsubaki there, but you know. JD into Instant 2 and 4A is kind of just like, hey, like, I want to see like what I can get off the next roll. Jesus, another TK hold through immediately connecting.
Moblin played that so well.
Yeah, that was a really, really good hit. Surprising too.
Good awareness there. I also feel like the Zantetsu like dropped it like a really unusual time. I feel like Ryukasim got super mixed by that.
Yeah. Okay, solid blocks here. Ryukasim still with the advantage. Honestly, been able to convert like neutral hits pretty solidly here until Moblin, of course, as if on cue, immediately finding like a beautiful counter hit conversion.
Yeah, flex in there. Oh, there we go. Mashing on overdrive, theme of the night.
Things are looking pretty good here as well. The big thing is not even the damage, it's just the fact that you've just run down. You've effectively run down the clock on Hakumen's OD. He still does have a lot of meter to work with. Oh!
Ryukasim spent like a ton of Magatam on that though. He was basically out. He did it again after it whiffed? Sicko.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. But yeah, it's looking like this round is all but over here. No E8 even needed after the 2 and 4D. Is it 2 for 60? I always forget which one it is.
Well, I'd hate to say it was quick, but the time doesn't lie. Moblin taking it 2-0 over Ryukasim there.
Sometimes it's just how the cookie crumbles here. So again, we're moving on to what is sure to be a pretty explosive set, I would say. Yeah.
This will be fun as well. Moblin has not played Sprite Cranberry yet tonight. Both of them made winner side top 8, but
despite ducking each other in winners, showing up here in losers. Sometimes it be like that, man. You know, you like, I don't know if it's in particularly the case for like these two, but there are times in which you're like, huh, you know, I expect to play you in winners, like this and that will happen, and we'll do whatever. And then you're like in loser side, you kind of look over and you're like, why are you here? Oh god. Like, what happened?
I hate it when that happens.
That's the local special, though.
Yeah.
That's the local special where, like, somebody that you thought was, like, a shoo-in to just, like, fry someone just, like, dies randomly. And you're like, oh, it's me now? Okay.
Please select your character.
Alright, but yeah, we are going to see the Hakumen versus Azrael coming in here. Do you have any predictions for, like, how this set might go, Deadward?
I think Moblin's on fire. I'm gonna give it to Moblin. Of course, this is gonna be very back and forth. Both of these characters can really dish out damage. But I think, you know, we were talking about Azrael will sometimes kind of like slow down and wait for you to jump at him, and I feel like the JD is gonna make that really problematic. I think there will be kind of a moment where Sprite Cranberry commits to the, or you know, just kind of like presses the anti-air automatically, and that'll be exactly what Moblin wants.
Yeah, I haven't seen too many JDs from Moblin, but it would not like, I would not be shocked if like we saw a few more of them maybe come out, or a couple of drives to call out like, you know, the 6Cs and the Gustavs and so on.
Okay.
That's a very early OD. Immediately into TK Hotaru again. We've been seeing that a lot. Like, I feel like that is, of all like the reversal options, that is like probably Moblin's like, most favored is going for Hotaru. I feel like we've seen it more than like his drives, to be quite honest.
It's just the jump scare wake up option. Neutral jumps so many times, and the air dash doesn't work. It works again.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that Sprite didn't opt to like 6A there. I really thought that Moblin was gonna be like, okay, now you're used to this. Now I run up 3C like free counter hit into like Lamau like good round. Okay, 4C counter hits. Good drive as well. We're just charging 6C in neutral. We're having a blast. And right now, once again, oh, as you predicted, the JD. I don't think some of us predicted some of the, like weird whiffs like happening in between the skirmishes though.
So much staring. Oh, Moblin has been getting so much from this air dash.
Oh boy, let's see what comes up next. Big mashes on the OD. All right, both players' ODs are off of the table. Moblin did have a little bit of active flow left, so it took just a hair longer, but probably won't end up being super relevant for the rest of this round. And right now, in what feels like kind of a stark contrast to like Sprite versus like Stardust Lucy, it really feels like Sprite has no idea how to like approach the wall that is Moblin with a big health lead.
And that's what I was saying. He seems really advantaged, or Moblin seems really advantaged here.
Not only that, but you can sometimes just feel that kind of confidence and like, yeah, like what are you gonna do actually?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do against me?
It's making all the right decisions, standing in the right places, and just picking like the perfect times to move in.
Yeah, I think that's been the big thing. It feels like Sprite, kind of on the other hand here, is paralyzed. Like, they're having a really hard time figuring out a good spot to, like, go in, whether that's a Gustav like here or, like, something else. For what it's worth, this current set of engages, sorry, as you were saying here.
I mean, I was going to say the same thing. This is looking much better.
Ooh, yeah. I actually have no idea if that's a plus or like how safe that is on a overdrive rate. I'm assuming it's safe, but I don't know if it's even plus or what. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Yeah, that's a big
do this to people before.
Not a huge conversion actually for like a throw whiff punish. Now that I think about it, 4.2k. You can definitely get like a lot more damage out of it. Big call out on the CA. Sprite on the still on the gas though and managing to RC it. Good 5P on the dive kick. That's such a smart like decision there. Oh my gosh.
Kind of removes like a lot of the ambiguity that can come from trying to anti-air that. Like sometimes Azrael will just land behind you and it's really annoying, but as long as it looks like the dive kick's gonna hit you, you're pretty good to just press that parry.
Yeah, especially since Hakumen can hold 5D and the 2D. you know, like while 6D and the others might be like instantaneous, like the amount of time that you can hold for 5D and 2D is like, can be a little silly. So the delay of the dive kick will like not really screw you over in that sense if you decide to fully commit to that option. Jesus Christ, the Enma from downtown cleaving up Sprite right now. Sprite's having a real hard time getting their footing, I'm not gonna lie. This is looking tough.
Yeah, another overdrive, and you don't really get anything off of it. We've seen that confirmed before from Moblin. Just going for like a single like 5A or 2B, and then immediately popping overdrive.
Yeah, getting that off the jab, looking like a Street Fighter player or like a CVS2 player, jeez.
Alright, let's go Moblin. I hope that Sprite is able to figure out this matchup a little better on the fly.
Rebel 1. Action.
And right now, we're seeing neutral looking pretty similar as to like the last games. Sprite does look a little more active, but Moblin really is just opting to like wall him out so much. And just look at the meter game that Moblin's getting like pretty much for free. Like without all of that patient waiting earlier, they would not have the meter for the conversion to like send Sprite to the corner, where they can continue effectively walling them out. Like they're not like Moblin's not really aggressive and super heavy. Ooh, nice. I
really regretting not teching there. Oh, roll out, caught.
Please stop delay teching against Azrael. He's just gonna hit you again.
At least resources gained, even if the overdrive didn't do too much.
I'm not gonna lie, it's looking like it's doing jack for this round. I think Sprite's got this in the bag. I'm not gonna front.
Okay, Sprite.
Big fuzzy jump. No counter. I wonder what the Sprite was mashing there. Maybe they were expecting like a... No, because even a TRM setup would have got interrupted, so I'm surprised. No instant block. Yep. Is plus. It is good to...
There's always that little devil on your shoulder that's like, you should probably mash here. They're probably not... You know, they're going to overextend.
Honestly, if I'm up 2 games... There's a whoa. If I'm up like 2 games, like I can ball out a little bit, so to speak.
Yeah.
Because you really don't want someone to make use of being like +2 and then go for this like egregiously like slow mix-up option like as a result from that, you know?
These delay techs are brutalizing people tonight.
Dog, like I'm watching people delay tech and then get picked up for like 500 extra damage, and I'm like, brother, I need you to. Please just wake up. Wake up.
Nice.
Another conversion here. Let's see if Moblin's able to finish up the job. Not quite. No 2Cs or anything. Good blocks.
Moblin tried to do the Hakumen version of IADJB there.
Pretty much. Moblin honestly just opting to run away like as much as possible and leave some trailing hitboxes. The delay air dash JA ends up getting her done here, and now Moblin is at set point 2-0 against Sprite Cranberry here.
See if this Hakumen can tie it up. Bad start to the round though.
Yeah, opening it up with getting cracked in the dome by Azrael is not fun.
Opening
Big OD. You click throw on Hakumen when he clicked on? Are you sure?
Regretting that now as we got the overdrive back from Sprite Cranberry. Unfortunately, Azrael no resource to gain from being in overdrive, so Moblin very free to just kind of hold the space there.
Pretty much, and again, that's kind of been the theme of like the neutral of the set, where like Moblin's like, hey, so I'm just gonna like stand over there. Like, can you come find me on 4th Street? And then like watching Sprite have a hard time navigating. Like that DP was absurd. Like that was a very brawler DP for like the positioning there.
Yeah.
Like to me, that's like a little bit of desperation. It's working out. And Sprite's holding ground well. Oh my God! No! No! Armo! No! 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 You do not just walk
there.
up
All right. It's fine. The good guys win in the end.
Good guys. Both of them are evil here. Blackhawk Stinger will indeed get her done, and Sprite is at least in it 2-1, but yeah, that could have, maybe should have gone like super south, but I wonder if Moblin just did not have the confidence in routing in for like an EA there.
Moblin punished for their sins.
Indeed. Sometimes they just get punished, man. It's rough. Oh, yeah. I don't know if I'm going to see a reverse 3-0, but it's giving 2-2 vibes. I don't know why. What do you think?
I think Moblin's still got it. Yeah, I think it's 2-1.
But do you think it goes 3-2 or do you think it ends 3-1?
I think it ends 3-1.
I think it ends 3-2. I'm actually a 3-2 believer.
That game 5, manifesting that game 5. I like.
I'm not manifesting it, but I am prophesizing it. You understand?
Okay. No, you're right.
Observe.
I mean, it is looking like it could be reality here.
I hate that I said observe for something completely different right as Moblin did TK Sauvagess. that was kind of insane. What a TRM!
Oh my
what?
God!
I would not for a second think of like TRMing in that position, like both defensively and offensively. Okay, and you get the burst out of Sprite. Your OD's nearly back. That's a fine round. Even if you lose the round as Moblin, I'm like, great. Look at him. He's just standing there. Great, I have my OD back. Now I reload him in the back.
No! The jump scare air dash.
Sometimes you get lulled into like a false sense of security, and then they just IAD at you from like Kansas, and you get cracked up.
All right, not that ending part, but the start. You took the words right out of my mouth. I was gonna say that as well. Lulled into the false sense of security.
Oh God! Jab beats the dash in that position here. Another delay tech and another free, like 2.4K for like off of a random stray hit. 6B connects. This could just be throwing to death. Oh, tell me you're not hit confirming. Say it ain't so. Say it's been a lie. No! Say it's been a lie. He's checking for the burst. Just take the hit, take the burst. You literally are at 100% health.
This can't be an easier. Oh no.
You say it can't be easier, and someone is gonna fumble. I don't know who it's gonna be, but someone's gonna fumble. Okay, I think Moblin can wake up 5D. I think you can wake up 5D. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I think it's an option. It would have lost, so that's why I do not play hockey. What is Wave Super gonna do?
Oh my! It couldn't have ended.
No, it can't. It couldn't have because it has not. Until now, with a 2A beating out Gustav. Deadward stream. I don't think anybody would have predicted that happening in such a manner.
But I did predict the 3-1. Let's go.
And for that, I would suggest that you go to the Matcherino and make sure that folks, make sure you put in a little code to feel more correct.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, dude.
Folks, I've been slacking on my duties. I did not even realize we had the codes. We forgot them in every single ad read, folks. We got mad codes.
Don't make it worse. Don't make it worse for us. Just say, hey, by the way,
get those codes.
You can't in that way. You gotta, let it be a sudden reveal. Anyway, folks, it's Match Arena. I don't know how many more times I can talk about it. Not today, of course. But very easy. Throw in a code, throw in some money if you really feel that you got it, and if it's a bracket that you want to support. And we can move forward. But yeah, I think we are good to go for grands regardless. I think we are excited to see these two cats slug it out. I don't think I would have predicted the bracket to turn out in this manner at all. Like who would you have pegged for like the grand final set going into this Deadwood?
Honestly, I thought Heartwad was gonna get there for defending the belt. That unfortunately did not really pan out, but Honestly, you know, Noel's Pup and Sprite Cranberry probably would have been ones that I'd be pretty confident in. But I will say Moblin has just been playing out of their mind tonight.
Mm-hmm.
The Moblin train has been unstoppable.
I can't even make like a pun for it. Yes, Moblin train indeed.
Well, this will be a run back. The only person Moblin has lost to has been Noel's Pup.
Oh my god. I like keep forgetting. I'm like, what was the path and this and that, and I like had the bracket directly in front of me. Yeah, I have no idea, excuse me, how this run back is going to go, to be honest with you. Like, I could see it go either way. But yeah, Jesus. Again, Noel, Hakumen, not a coughing baby, coughing lady?
Perfect.
Sick, but like, you know what I mean.
You get extra credit for that one.
Oh my god, did I pass the test?
Yeah.
Alright, well, what do I win?
My admiration.
Why did you pause so long before saying that?
Just wanted to make sure that you earned it.
What? I'm just chilling. I'm just asking you what I thought. I didn't feel nervous. I was just like, okay.
I think Moblin's got it. I feel like
Moblin
I feel like I always give it to the player coming out of losers. Not only because of course you got to root for the underdog, but also I feel like the momentum can be a big factor of it. I feel like when you're coming in hot, it can be pretty helpful in grands.
I'm feeling rather confident about Noel's Pup. I'm not gonna lie. I think that there is pretty good chances for them just based on how they've been playing, and I think their ability to adjust to like each of the opponents that we've seen here today has been pretty on point thus far. So I am fine being on the other side of the aisle and having us be opposed, so to speak.
Very well. We
said
gotta get
very
these
well.
players in here.
Streaming. We do. We're trying to see grands, man. It's a Monday evening. I want to see grand finals. I want to sit and I don't have a bag of chips on me. I devoured a bag of chips last night. But if I had that bag of chips on me right now, I would want to eat it while watching it before it finishes.
Annihilate that bag of chips.
Dude, the honey barbecue, what's it called? The Utz honey barbecue. I don't know if that's in your region. That goes kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we do have that.
You do? Okay, good. So yes,
Toast.
that shit is delicious. I'm just gonna, I'll do a little swear, but yeah, that shit is fucking, I love it so much. Someone put I think my girlfriend put me onto it, and I was like, yo, I'm trying to lose weight right now. You are setting me up for success. Because, my God. I'm so serious. Like, you get put on the most random food, and I'm like, yeah, it's party time. Speaking of which, speaking of party time, we got both of our players in the thing. Yes, let's go.
Let's do it. Noel's Pup versus Moblin.
Why did you sound like the brawl announcer?
Because I thought about saying that in the last, because we had a lot of fumbles in the last set of being like fumbler. You know, whatever, like the.
I didn't even say it.
When
like
the remote would make the sound. It's like compressed way too much.
I mean, I love that though. Yeah, because I remember being like Starfire, and I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like Captain Falcon. Whoa!
And he's like, Tia! So we should do that for other characters. Alright. That being said, it's grand finals time, baby. Let's get to it. Oh my god. Alright, we're getting off with a JD for the first big hit of the set.
And that movement's...
Yeah, it feels like both players are... Neither player is necessarily trying to just run in and hit the other. Like, there is a lot more, like, evasiveness from both players, like, for Noel's pup in this instance, trying to like use Noel's mobility to kind of dodge around a lot of Hakumen's movement, while Moblin is trying to leverage a lot of Hakumen's like farther reaching normals, especially with certain things like retreating JCs.
Also, you know, just like farming that resource at full screen. The resource game can really come into effect with Hakumen.
Dude, watching Hakumen steadily gain like 3 bars of chocolate for like standing there and existing, and I'm like, okay, well, like I can time him out, and then you realize the gun like slowly loaded over time, and I'm like, oh, okay, so even if I'm wrong, I just die now for playing Asian. Crap, I have to engage with him.
Hakumen is one of those people who's like, it's passive income. You gotta.
He is the only person I've seen with legitimate passive income. Not just like a mid-level marketer.
Okay.
Like, hold on a second. Whoa, CT into the JD? I really like the extension for extra damage.
No!
You are still delayed. 1 second left on the clock. Time him out. Time him out. Time him out. Time him out.
Run away. You got the mobility. Taking a penalty. Doesn't matter. Oh, no!
Please. Don't do that. Don't do that. Next time, don't. That's my professional advice. He did double 6D.
What a catch there.
Alright, it's gonna be like 3.2k in side swap. That's pretty good.
Watching the world get the counter hit good starter and only getting 3k.
We saw the 2C starter lead to almost 4k. Some of these things happen.
Corner positioning definitely would have worked.
I'm gonna put Moblin on a fake hashtag fraud watch for 5C OD cancel on. I'm gonna put that out there. Not in, but hashtag, but it's not mean though. Sometimes that stuff just happens and you're like, I know you're getting hit, and then when you're wrong, it feels so bad. So, like, I empathize with that like 100%. Sometimes you just fully send it. Good 6A anti-air. Even rounds here, and I'm not gonna lie, I can see this go into game 10. I can see this being game 10.
Yeah, this could be a grinder.
It could be. Well and truly. Oh! Good pickup.
That was great awareness from Noel's pup.
Catches the 4C whiff and decides to take up space. I really like that decision. Beautiful J. That J is massive. I've never looked at Noel JA, and that is like the first time I've like actually recognized the animation.
First time someone's had respect for Noel. One of her players.
There's some dude. JD commands respect. Oh, you're dead.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay. It's not as bad as it could be.
Oh.
Definitely not as bad.
Oh!
Okay, so it's worse than you thought it would be, but for very alternative reasons.
Yeah, the first combo dropped, it was like, oh, okay, that wasn't so bad. And the 2C connected.
That's biblical greed, I'm not gonna lie. You mashed after, like, getting away scot-free into, like, a 2C counter hit. Perhaps deserved, honestly.
Hashtag fraud watch.
That's not even fraud watch, that's just like, oh, you thought you were christened in this moment. And unfortunately, it's not Jesus. Damn. Sorry. Unfortunately, it's 2 months to Christmas. Jesus Christ. Yeah, my bad, guys. I'll work on the material for next time. Double 6B because I don't give a rat's derriere for what you have to offer in terms of blocking.
Okay, Noel's. Maybe this dog's bite is worse than his bark. Here we go.
Maybe indeed. This should be quick super into death here as well. That is a quick round 1 for, like, considering last game.
Okay, Noel's pup.
The JC. Again, like, just a lot of evasive movement from both players here, but Noel's pup ending up landing the JC here. Taking Moblin straight to the corner, but again, trying to figure out your Oki afterwards is tough, because there's the 2D! Ever-present parry.
Oh no!
Well...
Looking up.
Ooh! Good optimal confirm. I need y'all to tech though. I actually need y'all to tech. This whole I'm delay teching on everything is not it. Now you are a scratch from death. And I would not want to die in the zombie apocalypse to a dog scratching me.
The zombie dog. Oh no.
Ooh. Getting punched in the jaw by Enma is not so fantastic either.
Not a fun time.
Seeing a little bit of zoning come out here, but again, it really does feel like Moblin is finding his footing with how he wants to approach neutral. Like, it has been increasingly more difficult for Noel's pup to find proper engagements. OD available as well, coming up soon. Cancel on block as well. I'm surprised. Oh! See from there? Alright, now
when are you bursting?
No. Yeah, this is... We're in the 3-0 territory now. Now this is the like, okay, everything else is maybe for data. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes it'd be like that. You just like go down 2-0 in winter side and you're like, oh, I'm playing kind of like an idiot. And then you like take a break between grands and then you're like, oh, I should have just been doing this the entire time. My fault. I'm so serious.
We had like the Samurai Showdown like controller disconnect round start there.
Yeah.
Oh, stare down is unbelievable.
It's like, no, I just didn't. Sorry, man, my controller.
That is a legendary fighting game. Oh no. Burst away.
Did you ASMR that?
It's such a minor interaction that it didn't really deserve the whole...
No, it's a major interaction. It's important. The Hakumen bursting is important.
That's true, especially Moblin.
Yeah, like
the overdrive killer.
Oh my god.
I'm
not gonna lie, he has since thus been hit so much that he's already back at 70%. Anti-air, not able to convert off of this. This is just kind of the danger zone, but it's, we're done here for this round.
Good shot.
It was a shot. It was a shot.
Well, you miss every shot you don't take.
Something along those lines. Why are we in a Western now? Ooh, I think that was, yes, so that was a drive landing cancel there. I don't actually know enough about how it works to talk about it, but that is why, like, you suddenly saw the drive follow-up connect, and Noel is going to take a bunch of damage, and it's not
don't get hit by 2C.
Oh no. Tried to 4D in that sequence. You are bold, greedy, and otherwise incomprehensibly needy for anything.
Now, if there was a knockdown into Oki's situation, that meaty call would have done numbers to you, though.
Because we're doing 40. We're doing 40 in the middle of a Hakumen dropped route. I know you're greedy. I know you had it all on black today. Like, did your parlay land? I don't know. But at this point, you're playing like it always has. Sign of true gambling. Good third tech, by the way. That's really good defense. Good duress. Now it's 40 seconds under the clock, and Noel's pup does not want T6A. I think they're very anxious about Moblin's
Noel's pup
ability on
could better kill him.
Oh, Hakumen's not dead there. Passing meter is not going to be quite enough there. Otherwise, it would have been double super for sure.
Oh no!
Big pick up! You know, for all I've given them, like, you know, a little bit of crap about their OD cancel conversions, one thing that is well and truly undeniable, their like pickups off of like random straight hits from like that kind of distance have been real. 60 coming out here. This is the most parries I think we've seen from Moblin in like any set. You know, we were talking about sets so far, but you know, this would be a stat I'd like take a look at.
Well, that's not what you want to see. You don't want the Hakumen player feeling like they got a read on you, but it looks like Moblin's just catching air with all of these parries.
Yeah, and we were talking about this earlier, right? Like the concept of that mix-up makes sense. I've never seen someone just do 6B1 RC into 2B. Oh no. Drop combos into miracles, and that should lead Noel's Pup into at least one game in this grand final set here. But again, Moblin was able to take it to reset point rather quickly. So I don't know what else folks have got left in the tank.
You were saying sometimes, you know, you just take like a moment after being down 2-0 in grands and be like, hold up, I'm not playing very well.
Legit. Like sometimes you look at yourself and you're like, okay, why am I playing like an idiot? Like not like no disrespect to your competitor or anything. You just be like, oh, like, I'm playing kind of like a little trash here. Let me clean up. What does it take to get the win in this situation? And like, how can I apply that without like putting myself in at major risk? Fade back JT.
Nice.
Not think they wanted that cross-up though. Now they're stuck back into neutral. And you could just see that like Noel's Pup really does not want to overextend. Like they are willing to push Moblin to the corner, but it is not like a happy situation. And Moblin, I think, is pretty keyed into some of Noel's drive pressure and is like likely just mashing 2D in a couple of parts. Makes it a bit more awkward for Noel's Pup to find an opportunity to like end the drive pressure. Alright, that being said though, throw combo's not going to do a lot, but this is still pretty decent. OD's available. Good meaty there. Nice. You really don't want to let Hawkman kind of like do whatever. Double super? Yeah. Looking like it here. Gonna run up and go for the grounded super. That'll get it done.
Keep it simple there. Yeah, I feel like if you're not killing there, you're really risking it, especially when Moblin can just go like wake up overdrive into 50-50.
You know, like I would not, I know myself and I know that I would not want to chance it under like any circumstances. So like, please let me just, I will OD cancel. I will go into the next round. Without it, I will survive because my God, I do not want to let the raging cocaine bear run around.
Keep him in the cage. Huge drive through.
6B's connecting here again, and these delay techs, like they are mauling so many people. Like that is a huge conversion, all because of the delay tech. Like this, like you would have been able to take like several of the hits here. Leading up into that 6, like you would have been able to take the 6B had like that been just like off of the delay tech, off of a regular tech rather. Sorry.
All right, we'll see if Noel's Pup is able to stop the reset here.
It's looking like it's gonna be tough. I won't lie to you. We've seen both of these players perform pretty well under like duress, but like out of a Moblin right now.
No. Moblin's gotten that so much, and it's so true, right? Because like people do want to throw Hakumen meaty because of his annoying drive.
Yeah, the big problem with it is kind of like, you know, we were talking about a little bit earlier, just so like, as long as Hakumen has OD available, your attempts at going for like meaty throw on wake up could just be met by an OD into 5K, like straight up. And that risk reward is not very fun. So then you might delay button, and that's when the Hakumen matches. You know, the RPS is very, very tough to deal with.
Nice! No parry on the overhead there from Noel's Pup. Has to deal with the overdrive now. You just wait. Yeah.
Nice. By the burst there. Oh my God. Immediate UK Kaza into let's reset that their numbers here.
Yeah, here we go. 0-0.
I feared this may happen. Players have reset. What will we do now?
The Game 10 dream is dead, folks, but we still have plenty more action to go. This is so close between these two.
In the last set, yeah. This set, it really does feel like Moblin's favor throughout. Like, not even necessarily, you know, super dominantly or whatever, but, like, it just feels like it's hard for Seb to... or rather Noel's Pup, given that you think that Seb is going in as. It feels very difficult for Noel to like find an opportunity to like get an engagement, because every like neutral interaction is like, hey, like this could just lead to me dying randomly. And that is terrifying to deal with. Right? Like You're chilling out. You're like, oh, okay, cool. Like, you know, maybe if I get whiff punished, it's whatever. It's this, and that. But then you look and it's like, oh, right, that's Hawkman. So if I lose this neutral interaction, depending on the resources, you know, like how long I've taken in neutral and so many other factors that won't necessarily be under your control. Like something could just hit the fan, and then like the bad times begin, so to speak.
Yes, the Dark Ages.
The Dark Ages. Yes, that is a good way of putting it. Speaking of which, right, you know, we see the what?
Huh.
I'm confused and otherwise perturbed.
You gotta have the soul of a lion here. Does
Right.
not concern himself with wake up parry. Oh.
Yeah, but then there's Enma. Nothing quite like a mostly invuln uppercut to the jaw. Seriously, I think that was a bunch of invuln property. It's kind of funny. Alright.
What is
Great
the
counter hit.
Noel?
Oh,
At least it was right after the reset.
gosh, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. So I have the stream up on the side, and then this went straight into ad break.
No.
There
Good
is-
timing, Twitch.
There is pain and suffering abound. I'm not gonna lie.
While we're waiting, folks, don't forget we still have Match Reno codes remaining.
Yes, indeed.
Just want to pop that there for a moment, but now that you know that's there, we can go back. That reset.
Yeah. The grand finals reset or otherwise?
Yeah, the grand finals reset.
I felt it coming. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was gonna be like a much more like a longer fight to get there. So I'm not too sure like how this will end up. To be honest, in terms of like whether or not, you know, Moblin clushes it up and then takes it, or if like Noel's pup ends up kind of cleaning up and going like, you know what, I actually got this, and like I'm just better, like kind of a mode. Sometimes that just happens where like you watch someone get like just like demolished in like Winterside Grands, and then they just immediately like demolish their opponent. You're like, oh. Well, where was this?
Yeah, no, the reversal of fate is quite common.
It is. Tisk.
Whatever happened to Steam maintenance being on Tuesday?
I don't know.
What's happening today?
Steam is very cursed today, and we are the unlucky people that are with its like many woes.
The
I don't
unlucky
know.
recipients.
Legit. Dude, that's why like, you know, we have our Tuesday brackets, but like, oh my god. I'm happy that we have not run into more like cursed interactions with like Steam. Sometimes things just go left randomly. Yeah, it looks like a bunch of other games are down, so this is just like a rough time for all. I'd imagine like pretty much everywhere is awkward.
Save me, Noel's pup.
At this point, wait, like from what? Are you trying
From
to
the
be
lobby? From the lobby, the white walls.
the white walls of the lobby?
Going crazy.
Yeah, dog. Dude, I'm such a bad interior decorator. It's like a little embarrassing. Like when I play Minecraft, it's not it, dude. It's never it.
Oh, that's the man. I just want to like do weird redstone stuff in Minecraft.
Really? I didn't take you for a scientist.
I'm just trying to make sure all the lights turn on when the sun goes away.
Quirky?
Yeah.
I'm just What were you going to say?
trying to install some amenities.
Amenities? What? Are you making a fucking luxury apartment? What are you talking about?
I'm just making sure the plumbing works.
What?
Just trying to capture the Man. What is going on with Team?
I felt that in your soul. Damn. I felt that so hard. You've been able to hold...
Yeah.
You've been able to hold it together very well, but
It's
I think
like,
that's the
you
first
know,
time I truly
like you're starting a motor and you've like already pulled like full like full rip like 5 times, but it still
Yeah.
isn't starting. You're just like, fuck.
Is this it?
It's like I don't know if the machine's gonna keep working.
I feel that 100%, dude.
I think this may be it.
My car randomly like delayed to start, and I was like, no, there's no way. Like when I was like out of state this weekend, and I was like, please don't do this to me. Like, you're better than this. Please, please, please. Because yeah, I was going to be not happy. But yeah, folks, again, really do appreciate the patience. Like this, it seems like it's just a like happens to be a cursed day in general in terms of Steam. I'm not gonna lie.
The worst Steam day of all time.
Keep the shrimp. Yeah. And it just be Steam. Like it just happens, and you're like, oh, okay. Like this is what it is today. And it's not any particular person's fault. Like it legitimately is just like all of these infrastructure factors. Like, you know, obviously, you know, CF port can be like very janky, like blah 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 with on PC, but this just feels like we have combined evil forces. But yeah, let me take a quick look and see kind of like what's going on with Seb, whether or not like there's something odd going on, or if we want to kind of call it there for the evening, since it, you know, it's starting to get a little late or what have you. So we'll double check on that, and we'll kind of figure out our solutions in the meantime. Deadwood, do you want to talk about you know, some of the other things that are kind of going on in the realm of CF for the time being while we get this figured out?
Oh yeah, sure thing. Definitely coming up, of course, we have... Well, I also want to call out recently SQ and Roundhouse as being especially good. I know a bunch of CF people were putting on SQ and heard it went really well. So, super excited about that. Hoping that they'll be running it again next year on a weekend. We'll actually be able to travel down. But also, yeah, we have the side event coming up at Climax of Night. I think that's the biggest one in this month. And then also, is the next one Midwest Mix Fest? That'll be happening in November. Oh, November 8th.
Mm-hmm.
So that is fast approaching. I actually opened the Start GG from 2024. So I don't know yet if they do actually have Central Fiction. And then I also opened the one for 24 again. So
okay, while you figure that out, keep in mind that, you know, Climax of Night, that is coming up in just a few weeks. The final Climax of Night does have CF as a side bracket that will be TO'd by the ever lovely Chigzama, who has the also the Halloween themed Band Blue event coming up rather soon, which is going to be Rachel and Valkenheim. So if you want to see 50-50s galore, a lot of guessing, and probably a hell of a lot of neutral to avoid that guessing, I would be sure to tune in for that. Additionally, we have a couple of other things kind of going on. November 8th is going to be Boston Blue Beats bi-monthly. Again, that's going to be November 8th with all the usual games. That's including Sailor Moon S. You know, pretty sure Uranus has been banned for quite a while now, but hey, look, if you want to see some really messed up old fighting games on a Mister, I would highly suggest taking a quick look at that over there. Deadwood, you know if New York has anything kind of going on?
We have DIY 2XKO going on, I want to say the 26th of this month, or at least that weekend. That's going to be, we're on, like, it's on the 2XKO, like, official kind of, like, Q4 tournaments that they're helping support. So, you know, that's dropping, like, you know, just a few weeks after the game comes out. People are really hype about that. As well, we have Lunar Phase this weekend, as well as TSB the weekend of Climax of Night. So we'll be getting that anime action there. But yeah, regionals in New York City have been kind of tough. I'm really hoping that the East Coast, we'll get like a announcement from East Coast Throwdown as to whether or not it'll be happening again next year. I actually don't know anything about that, so fingers crossed. And yeah, we're chilling. We got DIY with 2XKO and our local happening, as it looks like Seb has loaded back in.
Okay.
Fingers crossed here, folks.
Fingers crossed, yeah. I'm like, honestly speaking, I think like, if we run into further Steam issues, we'd probably end up just having to like kind of cut losses here, just due to like it being like a weird day. It's getting late. Folks have like stuff to do and all that jazz.
Yeah, I mean,
some of these folks might be pinging for games at like 3 a.m. as well, and I will be judging as a totally old man that's not just like 26 years old. Anyway.
The indefinite Steam hiatus. Yeah, we can't really wait for the end of forever.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's just one of those things where like things will get very, very weird. But we'll figure it out. Again, folks, really do appreciate you guys hanging on while we just deal with an especially weirdly cursed bracket here. Ooh, good hits.
Start here for Moblin. I mean, it's like
Moblin.
Whole tournament really good use of overdrive. I have to call out as one of like the tools that Moblin is using to like really make a run here.
All right, able to get around the JD. Respects the follow-up, but even then, still ends up getting clipped here. Big drop coming out here. All right, let's see what's up. We're back to neutral there. Neither player, again, really wants to aggress in this particular situation. I think Noel's Pup obviously wants to make sure that like they can at least secure a life lead, but to do that means getting through a lot of optimum RPS options. But Jesus, like as I say that, like somehow slipping through the cracks.
Okay, backing away, just letting.
Oh my God, no. Not the full screen Summer's Wave connecting like this. Not the drop here.
Oh, both players have overdrive this round, and they're both still alive.
I don't know. I don't know anymore. Can you tell me anymore? Because I
don't know if the answers.
Nobody does. Nobody has the answers.
Moblin is just playing so well tonight.
Jesus. Throw coming. Oh, that's a Ryuko Matoi skin. Oh, that's very nice. Sorry, it took me like way too long to get that reference.
Shout out SQ. Kill a kill.
Kill a kill. Okay. Again.
Oh no!
So many. How many times can I say it? Maybe let's delay tech a little less. You can do that a little less. What? I got really confused by those like regular jumps. I actually got like, mind broken.
All right, trying to bait the burst out of that.
Just kill him.
like
kill him. What is Noel gonna do in OD? What's she gonna do? A little more damage? You're Hakuman. You got like 12. You have like what, like 13k health or something? I actually forgot off the top of my head.
You're a big boy.
He's a beefy dude, man. Very, very beefy.
The wheel of fate is turning. Rebel
Game 2 here again, off of a grand finals reset. Let's see. Honestly, this has been... Of course, right when I'm going to say blocking simulator is when Moblin correctly finds a very good time to 3C.
Big anti-air here for Noel's Pup.
Alright, OD on the 2C, but I guess way too late. Honestly, I thought that 2C would still be punishable, despite the timing here.
Noel's Pup has been baiting that hook all game. And has finally gotten Moblin to bite.
Yeah, and it's been a little difficult for like Noel's Pup to find those opportunities as well, mind you. Like, there have been many a times where just like a stray uppercut just connects and Noel's Pup just ends up eating a grip of damage. or like a 2-1-4A or like a C normal comes out of the blue. So being able to bob and weave around there is good. Oh! Jump back Aerodat.
Starter.
I've seen it many times. Yeah, that's gonna be would have been 4K. I guess technically total to over 4K if you count the drop and pickup. 2C? Okay, not gonna be able to go for like a full Zantetsu, but yeah, I mean this is still solid damage, good knockdown, instant JD, no blocking necessary.
Too much. Cracking under the pressure, sneaking low off of there, and now tying it up a game apiece here. Noel's Pup is on the offensive.
Yeah, that was a very big switch up compared to like the last couple of games where it felt both players were very, very defensive. Like it really did feel like Noel's Pup was like, I'm gonna run at you now, and I'm just gonna kill you. What if I did that?
I've activated.
Dude, sometimes you just like, sometimes you've played a very patient game, and then you're like, I'm just gonna IAD like J normal at you at round start, and we're gonna figure it out from there. You ever do that as Johnny?
Yep. Figure it out as I go.
Basically, 50-50 chance on that actually working out. From my experience. Not yours. From mine. Do not want it to come across as like weird shade. Alright, a couple of straight downwards. I'm actually shocked that whiffed. Are you surprised too? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the 2C look. I mean, like, you could probably find a frame where like Noel is inside of the sprite.
Indeed. Boxes, man. Something else. Alright, off of the pickup here for the blue beat. Wake up throw? Okay, are you guess teching or did you just believe in yourself that much? I hate trying to figure out the difference. It feels hard sometimes.
The unseeable OS. The movement into just land parry.
It's what kills me is the fact that it is like, okay, I have done like dash J2 and 4A. Okay, what is gonna come up next? I'm just gonna parry. That's a mind breaker. Like that is a brain destroyer. Truly. Another 2D. Okay. Brain might be thoroughly destroyed now. Burst? Surely that was meant to be OD there. Raw Zantetsu is not going to end up getting it done. No backdash. 6-speed air hit connects for this much damage? Actually kind of...
Oh! What's that?
I don't even think I was...
He's such a big boy. It's like every time Noel gets this big starter, it's like, oh, well, what does it really do? And then this happens.
Yeah. When you look at it, you're like, oh. That's why I say, like, it's coughing lady, like, hydrogen bomb. As he's running his mouth like this. You've never seen you've seen the coughing baby.
I've seen the coffin baby. I haven't seen the coughing lady though. I thought that was a good riff on it.
Well, because she's getting hurt. Wait, yeah. I'm so sorry. That was. I'm tired. That's my excuse. Alright, calling out the delay tech doesn't end up leading to much damage and not really able to follow up. Really aggressive behavior here, backing off on the Yukikaze, but that's so much more game. Like, that's already a start just for like sitting there for less than 5 seconds.
Who's gonna pull ahead in games here?
Jesus, hard to tell. Things looking good for Noel's Pup at the very least, but this is looking close. Edward! Oh! Okay, it's done. It's done and over with. Not done and over with, but Noel's Pup is up 2-1.
Pulling ahead.
Now again, the question still remains. Are we going to see a Game 5 in the Grand Finals reset? Or is it just going to be a Game 4 into ending this chapter?
No one can know for sure, so we'll just have to find out.
The wheel of fate is turning. Rebel.
Why do that feels like a tune-in next time?
Next time on Boston Bluebeam.
That means we need to have like the anime like eye catchers or something in between. Just a raw up back on the throw, mind you. I love something about CF makes it really, really funny when someone like is fuzzy jumping excessively and then you realize no, they've just been holding north the entire time. pure chicken block vibes, none of this here like, yeah, I'm checking for X options, like nah, I'm just trooping.
I'm getting out. I don't want to block high low. Take me to the skies.
Because what do I look like?
I want to go back to when the term like chicken blocking was invented, and just like imagine like an arcade and someone's like mad that their mix-up isn't working. He's like, block, block, block. Don't wanna hold the disco key.
Stop.
What are you, chicken?
Stop.
Man.
Don't say that. Don't say that like that. No, you cannot.
Are there any terms in fighting games that are like that, where they have a bit of anger behind them?
Angry terms?
Yeah.
Not that I can remember off the top of my head.
They got a little bit of attitude.
Like hatred behind it, or just
yeah, hatred will work as well.
Hatred will work? Okay. Anything that's like anything about honesty is full of it. Like
yeah, you know, that's true. That's true.
Like anytime someone says like, "Yo, that's dishonest," like that's full of anger. Like there's no because otherwise like it's an extremely irrational. Good pickup by the way for double super. It doesn't even kill though. Okay, it does.
Okay, no.
Tournament point by the way. Where like I think honesty is a term born in hatred because there's no other way. It's born in hatred and delusion is the worst part about it. Because you have to be delusional to to say like, oh, I'm the only honest like character in the blah blah blah. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what is this honesty? Like, yeah, like this is busted. Good bait. I was not expecting 4D to actually beat out the parry. I genuinely thought that was still going to get caught in its action.
Nice.
I think that's a really good choice, actually, to kind of just maneuver around.
Scramble with it pretty well. Oh, through the Magatama! Couldn't cancel!
That was like 3 command dashes in a row just to get punched in the mouth anyway. You better not delay that, I swear to Christ.
Alright, Noel's pop, go for the finish line, here we go!
No!
Oh no! Alright, actually, there we go.
We chipped. It's done and over with. Guys, it's been a crazy freaking ride. But it's over. It's
been a pleasure. Post the top 8 graphic now.
It's been a wild ride. I never thought that we would get here in such a manner, but you know what? It's over. It's over. That's what this is.
Keeping it 100% on the winner side. Noel's pup playing super well. Did get reset.
Indeed.
But was able to keep it together. Moblin, insane run tonight.
It was crazy. Deadwood, we're getting the hell out of here, man.
Yep, it's been a good night.
We're rating TNS. I'd say more, but fellas, we already told you everything that's going on. Go say hi to the folks at TNS. Don't be weird. We play video games. I'm Tweedo. I'm with Deadwood. It's been a night, guys. Take it easy.